go back. I'ma tell you.
Okay, mics are hot. And wow, I just realized I completely forgot an entire vital part to this recording. I just deadass forgot to start my actual video capture-y stuff. Wow, okay, cool. Cool. I'm a total ditz. I am 5,000% ditz energy tonight. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And Snicker Stream isn't oh, there we go. Okay, we in now. Whoops. Hello, everybody. I am Emerald Fishy, and this is going to be continuing our go through, run through, play through, stream through, just through line. We're making a through line through this whole place. But yeah, we're doing it. More Great Ace Attorney. Let's rock. Unbreakable Speckled Band. Let's see what we got. New chapter. Who dis? The Adventure of the Unbreakable Speckled Band.
狭い部屋の片隅、深い闇の中で、ホームズと私は息を潜めて待っていた。
Oh, just dead
や
ass
がて
Holmes.
通気口からシューシューと低くうなるような音が聞こえてきた。その瞬間、突然ホームズが飛び出して闇の一点をステッキで鋭く打ち据えた。見たかワトソン。ホームズの張り詰めた声が空気を震わす。私がランプの遮光板を上げると部屋の情景がぼんやり浮かび上がった。ホームズは部屋の隅を睨みつけて私に向かってつぶやくように言った。被害者が死の間際に言い残したまだらの紐という謎の言葉。 その恐ろしい正体こそがこいつだったのだよ、ワトソン。そこには巨大な毒蛇が牙をむき、威嚇するようにとぐろを巻いていた。それは世にも恐ろしいまだらの紐だった。
Okay, we got ourselves a snake, we got ourselves Sherlock aboard the steamship SS. I didn't catch that. Oh well. Ooh, cutscene.
それでは謎解きを始めるとしようか。この奇怪なる殺人事件、その真相をね。失礼。犯行時、扉は内側から缶抜きがかかっていた。缶抜きに細工された痕跡はない。犯行の際、この現場は完全な密室状態だったわけだ。
True locked room.
被害者は死の間際にメッセージを残したようだ。ここに落ちているインクを使って書いたと考えられる。ロシア語。どうやら被害者はロシア人ということか。文字に全く乱れは感じられない。被害者は相当意志が強かったのだろう。見たことのない妙な文字だな。筆跡はこのメッセージとは明らかに違う。いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。
What kind of revolver is this? Oh, it's a
札を貼った
spray
のは犯行
revolver.
時間の直前、被害者自身だったようだな。ほう、これはこれは。
一体貴様は何なんだ。好き勝手しやがって。
そうです。海洋警察が
Wow,
到着
that
する
guy
まで
back there
現場に
looks
手を触れ
like
ず
he's
待つべきだ。
animated in a completely different studio.
どうやら今から5秒以内に諸君を犯人に紹介できそうだ。
バカを言うな。殺人現場だぞ。しかも奇怪な密室殺人だ。
それでは密室の謎、その封印を解くとしましょうか。
まさかその中に犯人が。
一体君は何者なのだ。僕は大英帝国が誇る世界の名探偵なのです。シャーロック・ホームズ。もしかして
It's your boy,
知らないとか。
actual big boy Sherlock.
Yep.
I figured after Watson would like appear, I bet I thought I was wondering. Head pounding. What's going on? Room seems noisy. What is happening? Ugh. Huh? Can't move. Oh! What is this? Are these handcuffs? So you're finally awake. Even after we violently dragged you out from that wardrobe, you still refuse to wake up. You got some damn guts. Oh. Guess I got caught after all. That's right. Looks like you understand the situation, you damned criminal. All this time, no one suspected a scum like you could be hiding in this tiny wardrobe. I'm sorry. This rate, it'd best be just come clean and confess your sins. Let's ready to crash over the seat of the porthole. Alright, I'll tell you everything. Please answer one question for me. I recognize that voice. Ooh. Hey! Why in heavens did you take his life? Wait a second. Who took his life? Where is he? The one time I crossed the street without using the crosswalk. You jaywalked? I can't believe it!
Look, there was this one time where I was in a bit of a hurry.
Oh
The
my
light
God.
turned yellow. I stepped on the gas.
Oh my god. I'm in a stream full of criminals.
I proceeded with caution.
Oh, by the way, you came in here like 5 seconds later after I showed up. But for the record, say hi, Maddie. Because you're here.
Yeah, what's up?
Oh. Sato. There's a limit to how much you can feign ignorance. You murdered them with your own hands. You can't fool us. God damn it! Why did I have to be right? I didn't want to be right in this case. Kazuma. His corpse was just discovered a short time ago. He was found inside this cabin, with the latch shut on the inside. Asugi's corpse!
Una, don't start giving us stupid excuses like I'm still drowsy so I forgot.
Asugi's dead? It can't be. Then, these handcuffs are... I shall ask you once more. Why? Why did you take Kazuma's life? Please answer me at once. Oh, wow. Oh, we're starting off with a breakdown, alright. A month ago. Should we really be doing something this extreme? You're being smuggled into an international exchange student's cabin. Quite the thrill, don't you think? A Russian sailor brought you your carry-on luggage. I swear I was gonna die. He just threw me on the floor with all the strength he had. Well, not me per se, but the trunk I was stuffed in. Nevertheless, it's surprising. I never expected you'd really fit into that trunk so snugly. You're so much more compact than you appear. Shut up. Seriously thought my spine was gonna snap. Wow, Asogi. 50 days till we disembark on the shore of the Great British Empire. You'll be fine. You won't be found as long as you keep yourself in the cabin. The sailors will definitely rip my head off if they find me. That's true. All the Russian sailors here are incredibly brawny. Aside, why are we keeping this a secret from your legal assistant? Legal assistant Mikotoba, you mean? The girl's on your side, isn't she? Your induction wouldn't hurt. I highly doubt she'd rip my head off, at least. If she were to find out about you, she'd become an accomplice to us. It'd be better for this secret to be kept between the two of us. If you say so. Now then, it's almost time for the next sailor to take his cleaning patrol. It might be cramped, but go hide in there. Compared to squeezing yourself into that trunk, this should be a breeze. Jeez. That sailor randomly decides to open the door, it's all over, you know? Come on, it'll be fine. If you're so worried, why not write "Do not open" on that piece of paper? Paste it firmly on the wardroom door myself. Wardrobe. Since then, it's been half a month. What? Something like this would happen en route to the Great British Empire?
In any case, we'll drop you off at the next port. Until then, don't you dare try anything funny. You damned murderer.
Murderer? Please hold on a sec.
I can tell you already. Professor Boring.
Earlier today in microbiology, the professor leapt on to stressing how much he made no mistakes in grading our papers, and there was no way he could be wrong. I just got an email from him stating that he made a mistake. Why teacher gotta be like that?
There's always the ones who like to make mistakes.
Yeah.
The ones that wind up eating their own words 5 seconds later.
Yeah, no, for real, absolutely. Like, they make all these sweeping things about themselves or other people, and then, like, at most a month in, they fucking eat shit and get blown up. And the worst part is they tend to deny it, too.
It's like all of those times that I bragged about something that I could do to you and then immediately failed as I tried to demonstrate.
It's true.
That happens a lot. Even if I can't actually do the thing, it's like the pressure of showing it to someone else like immediately gets me and I'm like, ah shit, ah
See,
fuck, ah shit, ah fuck,
That's why I intentionally do that specifically to things I know that I have a very low chance of doing. Because if I do that enough, then it becomes a bit that I can lean on. But if I actually pull the thing off like I say I will, it becomes awesome. So it's either a dumb joke bit, or it's legit cool. And it's like, yes! I don't have to...
At least I managed to pull off the perfect chain on one highlight.
It's true.
At least I pulled that off.
It's true. Oh, I should listen to what she has to say real quick. So, it's really true. He was murdered. And these handcuffs are because I've been accused. There's suspicion of murdering Asogi. When Kazuma was first discovered, this room was completely locked from the inside. Locked from the inside? It would have been impossible to enter the cabin. The door was latched from the inside. In other words, even if the culprit could have gained entry, they could not have escaped. What? Okay, I'm immediately eyeing that vent up there. That's number one, eyeing that vent. Listen, you don't want to fuck with me in closed rooms. I'm gonna get all up in this ass. I'm gonna be looking for hidden passages. I'm gonna be looking for body switching. Closed rooms are my fucking jam.
Locked room mysteries are your thing?
Oh yeah, listen, Umineko has trained me. Like, there is some advanced level locked room murder shenanigans in Umineko. Like legit possible body switching and body juggling from room to room. Like, it gets absurd. Like, I remember specifically there was a group of 6 people and 1 key basically being passed around through 6 people and 6 rooms, so that technically each one could have, like, ended up locked in their own room, but still died due to, like, a few different circumstances. And, like, all 6 of the rooms are locked. It gets absurd. I'm paraphrasing.
Oh my god, that's a fucking Marlboro.
Oh no, that's a Marlboro.
Oh god, I don't like this.
Of course, but... He would always be up before dawn, ready to greet the morning with his daily training. I would always be waiting for him outside his cabin. However, the usual routine didn't happen today. He never came out of his room. So by that time, Asogi was already... I tried knocking on the door, but there was no response. I was worried, so I decided to call for a sailor's help. The door's bolt was no match for the strength of several grown men. It broke open. And when we rushed into the cabin, we found Kazuma lying on the floor. Shit. I can't believe I was right.
Oh god, oh god, oh god, the purple got me.
Oh no, did you get breathed? Uh-oh.
I got breathed. Oh,
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh god. Oh, I'm gonna die.
I must have been asleep inside the wardrobe the whole time. Allow me to make my stance very clear. I don't believe that sounds plausible. You think I want to believe what happened? Alright, I've told you everything. Now it's your turn to speak. Okay, I understand. Back of my head's starting to throb again. To start with, why are you even on board this steamship in the first place? I'm certain I heard something about a stowaway earlier. Yeah, well, that sounds about right. It's been half a month since we left Japan. I've been hiding in this cabin the entire time. I wasn't aware. So you sneaked behind Kazuma's back and hid yourself away in this cabin. No, no! Impossible for me to pull off something like that! Yes, I suppose you're right. Asogi was actually the one who asked me to come along. He wanted us to travel to the Great British Empire together. Kazuma asked you to do that? Can I ask what his reason was? That's something even I'm not sure of. Even you aren't sure. Hey, Asogi, tell me why already? Why go this far just to take me along to the Great British Empire? I've been thinking about it for a while now, ever since the end of that trial. I know you heard me when I said to you then. You're meant to be an attorney. Yeah, I remember, but you weren't really being serious, were you? You've got the talent, I guarantee it. Well, I don't plan on becoming an attorney, whether you think I'd be any good at it or not. Well, that's something you have to decide for yourself. London's the vanguard of the modern world. It's a bustling metropolitan culture. There's no harm in seeing that world for yourself, is there? Of course not. That much goes without saying. Truth be told, I also have a selfish reason for going through with this. If you were to become an attorney, then someday... What? Never mind. It's nothing. Oh, he's got someone he wants to get acquitted or some shit. There's a certain subject that Kazuma often spoke up about me. I want to change Japan's judicial system, he'd say. Oh. Perhaps he wanted to carry out that mission with you at his side. It might be possible. Very curious as to what his true motivations are. While we were talking about that, his eyes, they seemed dark, the way I'd never seen before. I'm really sorry we didn't tell you about the stowaway situation. Well, this is Kazuma we're talking about. I'm sure he didn't want me to have anything to do with it, instead of being an accessory to crime. You're absolutely right. Just as we both expect. If you really aren't the culprit, then allow me to ask you a question. What happened in this cabin last night? Well, I don't really remember. Last night, Asogi brought his meal to the cabin as usual. And after that, I climbed into the wardrobe for the night as usual. And then I assume you fell asleep. Yeah. So you mean to tell me that while someone murdered Kazuma... Hey, what's up, Ollie? Hey, guess what, Ollie? I was right. Kazuma's dead.
Was the guy?
Yeah, the guy's dead. We were...
Glory headband, dude.
Yeah. Look, I know how suspicious it sounds, but I swear it's the truth. I finally did wake up. Run that by me again?
Oh, dude, this game makes me feel things.
Which game?
Both.
Oh.
Also, I have a chocobo now.
Yeah! What'd you name it?
I can't remember. I have my fucking screen layout is so convoluted that I have
Also,
to
guess what, Ollie?
What?
Maddie got bodied by some bad breath.
Yeah. Yeah, I got hit by a mole, bro.
At this point, I feel like it's like a rite of passage at this point. Like,
I tried that right
Fantasy
past
game.
enough Final Fantasy games already.
No, you have to have it one per Final Fantasy.
yeah, one per Final Fantasy.
God damn it.
Repurposed construction.
So, we clearly got K'd the fuck O. Why'd you have to die like this? I have to do something. Do not move a muscle. As the culprit, you are forbidden to leave the scene of your crime. I'm not going to accept that. Sogi was murdered. I wasn't able to do anything. Do you honestly think... That I could just sit around here and do nothing? And just what exactly did you intend to do? I'll investigate his death from start to finish as thoroughly as I can. I'll investigate who killed him and why they killed him. So, please excuse me. Ta! Oh my god. I think I just got body by her.
Yeah, girl.
That was the Susato toss. Susato? I don't think I've heard of this move. In that
I
case...
think she's mispronouncing seismic
got body
toss.
hard.
Yeah, I just got fucking... that fancy judo of yours. I've already forgotten. Not long ago, you were acting as your own defense on trial. Oh, so that's it. I'll need to present decisive... What do I even have? The do not open seal. God, the more I've been using my tablet's pen to play with the 3DS, like, the more I've just been, like, not been able to go back. So, thank you again, Ollie, for providing this.
Really?
Show her the school badge. Yeah. Look at my badge! To begin with, I'd like for you to take a look at this. It's not in my nature to be misled by such sloppy evidence. Apparently I have to throw out something more decisive than this, or I'm gonna get thrown onto the floor again.
It's still on the blue blood.
They tell me you have not yet had enough of being thrown. No, no, no! I haven't had enough! Please, let me try one more time. That's funny. Oh my god, I already love this lady. When you discovered me earlier, did you find this
This
stuff?
was pretty amazing. I
Oh,
love her.
I love her. She's awesome.
Great.
Well, yes, I do recall something like that. See, whenever I went to sleep, Asogi would always paste this on for me. It was meant to keep the sailors from opening the wardrobe. And, of course, last night was no different. Oh! Now that you mention it, just before we found you, we pulled off that very seal you speak of. If I was the criminal, then in order to enact my crime, I would have torn off this seal as I exited the wardrobe. Indeed, there would be no other way. In other words, it would be impossible for me to be Asogi's murderer. Even when you're down on your back. I can see why Kazuma thought so highly of you. Oh, jeez. If it's alright with you, could you kindly help me up, then?
Naruhodō.
I don't know, I wouldn't mind being down on my back for her. I mean, what? How old is she? Shit.
Profiles, dude. Profiles.
Oh, no, never mind. I take it back, I take it back, I take it back. Let's crank this train backwards a little bit. That's a little too young for me. Thank you very much.
I mean, technically at this point, it should be like, what?
Yeah, technically my ass. I live in the real world 2020 right now. That ain't it, Chief. Whoops. Oh.
Shit's nutty.
Huh?
Technically, this one
Nutty.
time should be like 210.
Uh,
Nope, 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 nope.
I didn't realize
I'm sorry.
at that rate fish would have to be into corpses.
Oh, whoa. Okay, wait. Back up. I haven't absorbed any of what either of you have said because I've still been gathering myself. What's going on?
Oh, I was saying that technically at this point in time, because of when this game takes place, should technically be 210 in our timeline.
Oh,
You're not
that's
going
where
to
you were
skeleton
going.
or
I'm only saying that poses a different problem because then you'd have to be into corpses.
Oh yeah, that would be a different
Fish
problem.
would have to bone a skeleton.
That takes the term boning a little too literally for me.
Hey, just put the bone back in Boneyard, man.
Oh my god, did you
God.
just... Oh.
Bless you, Maddie.
Yeah, that was a sneeze of a joke right there. Oh.
I guess you could say it was these knees.
Oh, yes, I found more emerald
Okay.
beans.
Fucking... Hang on, I need to fucking start the counter.
Fishy, do you want some emerald beans?
Emerald beans? Emerald beans? Yeah, I'll have some emerald beans. I mean, unless they're emerald because they're, like, moldy. That wouldn't be good.
I think it's just because that they're green.
Oh. I mean, that works. I like green beans.
They look more like peas in a pod than beans from the picture. So, like, be like string beans.
Can I... Forgive me for getting a little too, philosophical, but what is a bean, really? I actually don't know.
It's a pile of fiber.
Okay, Maddie, that is the correct answer, but I also genuinely don't know what makes a bean a bean.
Yeah. That's a question for a plant person.
Is it like the
I
shape?
believe it's looking for his botanist.
Botanist. I remember when I was like a high schooler, I played with the idea of like being a botanist just because I thought plants were cool.
Look, I'm level 57 in botany and I still don't know.
Like, fun fact, did you know that apples just don't give a shit? They will breed with whatever the fuck other apple trees they want to, and you will not be able to produce the fruit that you want. You have to graft apples from other trees to get the ones you want.
God, I can't believe
There
apples
is
are
no
so
such thing as
slutty.
controlled breeding. No, literally, they do not give a fuck. They do not want to be controlled in their breeding. They will just say fuck you and produce whatever the fuck fruit they want.
That's kinda
That's
hilarious.
But
Alright.
they're actually the whole reason why grafting was invented in the first place. Because people wanted to be able to control what kind of apples they produced.
Wow, that's crazy. Jostle the bottle.
Apples don't give a fuck.
So we've got weird half-open bracket, AP, triangle, EP, O with an underline,
It's written
B-
in Russian, my dude.
or 6 or 5. Oh, it's written in Russian.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right. The game totally said that. My bad. I'm sorry, Asogi. I just can't read it. It's probably because these...
Alright.
What'd she say?
She wants more outfits.
I need more outfits.
Look, I can only have a chance to gather
No.
the thing
I have
every 18 hours.
I have almost 60,000 gil. Is that enough to buy anything remotely cute? Probably not.
Debatable, because it depends on your definition of cute and who's willing to sell it for cheap.
Ah, is there like an entire, is there like an entire...
It's a community market.
Yeah, okay, cool. That was the thing back in Perfect World, too, so I'm familiar with the concept.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm over here like, I don't want to have to keep buying outfits. I'll just level up crafting and gathering.
Okay, cool. In this game,
I-
they, took shifting around the room. Oh, that's a little different, but... Okay. Sorry, go on, Ollie.
I'm leveling crafting and gathering so that way I don't have to pay things. Also, if
That's
I
fair.
sell components on the market, I can get a pretty nice price. Get some gil.
Pay a nice price.
How I afforded
Get
Maddie's
that
outfit.
coin.
Bitcoin?
Come on,
Holla holla, get gil.
Holla holla, get Gil.
Oh, how did you do?
Holla holla, get gil.
Avoid having rain blowing.
She's so cute.
It's an apparatus known as a call bell. It's an apparatus. Apparatus.
Apparatus.
Ooh. Apparatus.
Apparatus. Apparatus.
App.
Apparatus. Apparatus.
App. Shit sounds like sorcery.
Application.
It's triggering it. Yes, let's do it. It's part of our research on Western culture, of course.
See, so no, I love the fact that Susato can take care of herself. That means that nothing like what happened to Maya can happen to her because they would get fucking thrown, my dude.
Right? The fucking judo.
Atta girl.
She know what it be.
Don't
Alright,
fuck with her.
it's been half a month. All this time you've been crammed into that wardrobe? Can you refrain from saying the word crammed? Please pardon me. Let's say you enjoyed the voyage from the comfort of your own personal hiding place. I had to stay hidden since there was no idea where sailors might enter the cabin. That's the reason I was crammed in the wardrobe for the most of the trip. He said he crammed in the bed to keep fucking.
Yeah, sure. It's like one of those things where it's like, it's okay if I say it.
Yeah.
It's okay if I say I'm dumb, but you can't say I'm
You
dumb.
can't say I was crammed anywhere. That is my word. You don't know what it's like.
Rude. I would always cram myself in a closet as a kid.
Me too, actually. In fact, one time I basically made it into like a actual half tiny computer room place by cleaning out the closet entirely and
I tried to make it a nap area, but my grandma would get upset and say I couldn't do that.
oh
And I'm pretty sure, I don't know why, but her go-to explanation why I couldn't do things that involved me in small places, like under having my head under blankets or anything, would be that I would suffocate.
I mean that applies to plastic bags, sure,
But blankets and closet?
yeah. I've fallen asleep with my blanket completely over me before and woken up with it, and... Oh god! No! Ah! Lady, you're gonna fuck up my back! If the owner is lost to us, you can't just read someone else's journal. It's improper. For all we know, there might be something important written inside. Alright, fine, I won't read it. You know, I'm trying to basically channel a younger version of either Apollo or Phoenix because this guy's only 17. But I also realize I'm getting dangerously close to I'm tiptoeing on the edge of my Larry Butts voice. I'm not quite there, but I feel like one more push and I'm just gonna go full Larry on this guy by accident. Oh, suspicious. Tall gentleman. Now, this is a surprise, Naruhodō. Could it be that you don't know who this gentleman is? No? I'm not acquainted with any foreign gentlemen. He's of a very strange aura. It's clearly different from all the other sailors. Can't tell if he's inspecting Asogi's desk or just playing with it. Oh, come then. Let's see what he has to say. Am I imagining it, or did Susato's eyes just light up? Oh, by the way, you may have already realized this, but touch a person with a prayer cursor, you could talk to him. Yeah, cool. The tall gentleman. Examine.
Combine.
Excuse me? Excuse me? Could you spare a moment of your time? Quiet! I'm in the middle of something big. Okay. Maybe we should leave him be. I have a feeling this could turn to trouble fast. I suppose so, if that's what you think is best. Whoa! Greetings! So sorry to have kept you waiting. Excuse me? Can I ask what you were doing with Asogi's desk just now?
Tampering with evidence.
I see. So that's what's going on. What exactly do you mean? I feel like I'm being heavily scrutinized. It appears I've uncovered the whole truth of the matter. My flawless reasoning whispers the truth of all things. Yes, that's it. You've returned here from Afghanistan, and quite recently at that. What? And on your way to a foreign country, you found yourself facing a predicament. Well, he's not wrong about that. How in the world did you come to know all of that, is what you mean to ask. Please, this is but rudimentary reasoning. Nothing for me to bother explaining.
Oh, he's such a pompous moron. I love him.
He's gonna have to win me over. Because right now I want to suplex his ass.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, wait. Suplex him.
You've killed 16 people so far, and you plan to go to Britain to blow up the Crystal Tower. However,
What?
in order to hide your identity, you murdered that man with the headband. Well, I suppose that about sums it up.
What?
Come now, there's no reason to hide your crimes. You know it to be futile.
I'm gonna go get some water so I can deal with this guy.
Please. In fact, I think I might join you. This is sort of a long shot, but were you talking about me just now? Of course I was talking about you. Tell me, do you see any other Russians capable of assassinating 16 people? I'm definitely not capable of doing that! I was right all along. The one who stole Cosmo's life was you, Naruhodō. On top of that, you're a revolutionary as well. How insolent. Shameless. Hey, now, I said... What is your defense against these claims?
How?
I give up.
I said I'm not Russian.
You
How is he not speaking up for himself? Like, I'm clearly Japanese. Look at me.
fool. No matter how you slice it, there's no way I could be a Russian revolutionary. I'm so sorry. And as for you, how could you carelessly fire off so many irresponsible, far-fetched theories? Oh, whoops, that was Naruhodō. I can't believe how Naruhodō managed to do that. And yet, did I
He's
not
looking at the accent.
On your way to a foreign country, you found yourself facing a predicament. Well, that much is true, yeah. See? How's that? What do you think of that? If you really want to know what I make of that, the fact this ship's heading to Britain, and that I'm cuffed here at the crime scene. That's not really a theory. It goes without saying, as the phrase goes. And so it does. That's precisely the principle of reasoning. Try to say it goes without saying aloud. It is unexpectedly and most mysteriously effective. Right. So who exactly are you? Ah, yes. I've delayed my introduction long enough. I'm a man known around the globe, the world's greatest and most famous detective. Yes, I am the famous Sherlock Holmes. Pleasure to meet you.
I knew it. You're the real Holmes in the flesh.
But of course, I am the Sherlock Holmes in the flesh. Do you happen to know this man?
Of course I do. Everyone in the world knows who the great detective is.
All of a sudden, I feel like I've been cut off from the rest of the world.
In any case, we should listen to what Mr. Holmes has to say. We'll be sure to find out the truth to this incident in no time with his help. I've got a real bad feeling about this.
Whoops, I meant to talk. Do les talk. So, a great detective, and you said your name was... Precisely, a great detective indeed. I am the famous Sherlock Holmes. Alright, well then, the Sherlock Holmes. No, there's no need to say the each time. Mr. Holmes is more than adequate. If your interest in my escapade is piqued, then I would recommend you read this.
Strand Magazine. This is a popular entertainment publication in Great Britain. Rest assured, Mr. Holmes, I have imported every issue from Great Britain without fail.
This is the adventure of Sherlock Holmes right here. So basically, you're a character in this book. Precisely, you've hit the mark. So he's so engrossed in the book, he actually believes he's the great detective. I can tell by your face that you misunderstand. I am not as self-deluded as I might seem. The truth, in fact, is completely the opposite.
Opposite?
You see, this is a series of stories about my adventures as written by my biographer. Right, biographer. Presently, Dr. Watson's back in London looking after our flat.
Yeah, about that.
I can't tell if he's joking or serious, but either way, that sounds terrifying. To me, deduction is everything. Simply put, it is the art of pure logic.
Hello.
Pure logic.
Alright. Hello. The great observer of men does not allow even a single reaction to slip by unnoticed. A slight change in the line of...
have chocolate.
You have chocolate?
Yeah.
Are you ready to get
Chocolate?
chocoed up? Oh no. Oh no.
I'm done.
No, you're not. You've yet to kill me.
Give her time.
That's such a good response! Holy shit! Oh fuck, that's a good response. Oh.
Just give her time. You can't rush these things, bitch.
Indeed, you saw these very powers at work earlier. He's got some nerve being able to say that while he's looking me right in the eye. An extraordinary observer, a formidable logician, and the greatest detective alive. That is him, and he is I, Sherlock Holmes.
Ah.
Is this guy actually gonna be my detective for this whole game? Oh boy. If I heard anything.
You better ham it up then.
Well, I only drew the culprit lurking in the cabin and discovered he was hiding. You do realize this is that you're speaking. God. Just want to freaking.
This morning, after I realized something was wrong in the cabin, I called for the sailors' help in the opening of the door.
Yes, the sailors set themselves to their work, and the great detective bated his breath. That's right. It was I, Sherlock Holmes, who found you at the scene of the crime. And dare I say, those handcuffs compliment you quite nicely. Two truths dawned on me at the moment in that time. Okay. Mr. Holmes, elaborate, please. What are these truths? Let me be more precise. They are two truths that I pieced together in a single instant, let's put it that way.
There's
Okay.
only 18 people. There is no 18th person on the island.
The whole time, there was only 12 people. Two truths from the cabin. One, the culprit could
The
not
other
escape,
truth is that witches do not exist.
as it was a locked room incident. Yeah, this is a legit locked room incident. The victim was Russian, and he was killed after falling out with his comrade. Please, hold on for a moment. Why Russian? Why, that's easy enough. The message left behind the victim's floor. Take a look. Take a look, take a see, take a look, see. AP. Oh, it means wardrobe in Russian. Cosmo wrote his dying message in Russian? In his final moments, his native tongue was the first to come to mind. Thus, he is Russian. So he is Russian now. I think you're Russian to that conclusion.
Yeah.
That's where Naruhodō was sleeping, right?
Some of you increase the counter for your own fun.
I wasn't gonna do it until someone called me out on it.
That's cheating. That's no good.
Are there any other Russians I need to know about? What is this? Cold War? That's not supposed to happen in for 70 years. Everyone's Russians. Student uniforms actually been Russian clothing the whole time? I'm absolutely sure the great detective's memory is dead wrong there. Ah, yes. I took a photograph earlier to avoid any tampering with the woods on the floor. Photograph. Taken of the victim's corpse before it was transported out of the room. Alright, so.
Okay, but why is it purple?
Because it was written with spilled over ink.
Oh, okay.
I
I'm
don't-
sure it wasn't that, like, purple Heinz ketchup.
Oh.
Yeah! That is the correct response.
Listen. You wanna know, listen.
I actually liked that stuff. Shut the fuck up. It tasted like regular old ketchup. It was just purple.
I refuse to believe it tasted like ketchup because when I was a kid, it tasted so awful that it ruined me on ketchup for a decade before I was willing to try it again. And I love ketchup now.
I swear to God, it tasted just like ketchup. It was just food coloring.
Then the food coloring made it taste whack. That's right, Mr. Holmes. Now, I will say, I am open-minded enough to have a go of it that doesn't taste bad. I'd totally be down to try it again if it did taste just like ketchup, if they re-released it and it tasted better.
Just don't bring back the Shrek green one.
I never got the chance to try that one. I did, however, try...
We mostly did the purple, because purple's my sister's favorite color back then.
I did,
And
however,
she loved
try
ketchup.
Shrek Go-Gurt. And...
Oh, I remember that too. With the, magic mirror that would reveal a message.
Yeah!
Yeah, the good shit.
Boy howdy, did that just taste like Go-Gurt. It was nothing. It was such nothing.
And, which is hilarious, because now I don't like yogurt.
I haven't had Go-Gurt in so long, just because Go-Gurt is more expensive than regular yogurt, and just not really that practical.
I had it when I was a kid, and then I was like, oh yeah, Go-Gurt! Once.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was like, oh, I like this?
I'd have to try it again. I remember liking it as a kid.
Yeah.
You think I'm Dmitry Demiglaski? Ah, Dmitry Demiglaski. Shit made more
Yeah, I
sense.
think there's something wrong with this detective.
Ollie, I'm getting beaten up by a giant enemy crab.
Oh god! Are you going to hit it in its weak point for massive damage?
It doesn't have one.
Oh.
I mean, if you were punchy class, I would say just go behind it, because they get back crits.
Oh, they do
Okay,
have
alright, I'm dying. I got like 5 HP. I need to fuck off.
He thinks I'm Mr. Dmitry Demiglaski. Not even look remotely similar. Look at his face and look at mine. Well, nonetheless, the fact remains that you are the total revolutionary. I hate this pose. I want to punch him in his gut right now. It's right there. It's open. Let me do it.
I hate this man.
It's lighting a fire in me that is just hasn't been kindled since like 1st grade.
Bully him.
Front page article. Your true occupation and your nefarious deeds, my good fellow. I know them all. Dmitry Demiglaski hid That was legitimately more entertaining than whatever the fuck he had to say.
Yeah, no doubt.
What about the first thing you said? The part about returning from Afghanistan. That too is written in here, clear as day. It states that you've just returned from a string of destructive acts in that country. Honestly, I've never even heard of this. Afghanistan is not a real place in the 1900s. Actually, I had no idea. When was Afghanistan formed as like a recognized country?
Who knows? That's a question for Dr. Google.
Ollie, look it up on Dr. Google.
Okay.
You don't actually have to. I'm kind of bullying you.
And too late. Dark Wikipedia, show me your secrets.
Dark Wikipedia? Wait a minute.
You heard
Does
me.
Wikipedia have a dark mode? I was unaware of this and would very much like to know.
God, that would help my eyes. I know some
Me too.
versions of Wikipedia do. So, like, the Fire Emblem Wikipedia does.
Skin software to give it a dark theme.
Use what?
There's extensions that you can get that will allow you to skin websites to your own taste.
Yeah, but those hit my processor hard. Extensions hit my processor. I always see it when I open up the task manager for Chrome in specific. It's like half the processing power is just like extensions alone.
Well, apparently, prehistoric excavations of prehistoric sites suggest that people have been living there at least 50,000 years, so that tells me nothing.
Okay, yeah, I want to know when it was like recognized as an actual like
Alright.
country. Well, when was it formed, founded, whatever? When were the borders drawn? I think he's about to feel the wrath of a shadow toss. Well, aren't you gonna give the great detective a Susano toss for that? Goodness, what are you talking about? This is so unfair! All of the matters aside in regards to the victim's journal, the last sentence appears to suddenly stop halfway through. What could he have been in the middle of writing? Could you perhaps enlighten me? Didn't you say you could read Japanese? So I did, but like I said, only the basic symbols. For example, I can read the word harakiri. How is that impressive, isn't it? You say so. This writing is filled with kanji. I wasn't able to read a single one of them.
fucking mood, though.
This bragging didn't amount to much at all. I mean, yeah, mood, but would you ever, like, be like, yo, I can read the basic symbols, and then, like, pretend to have read an entire thing, only to go, like, yeah, I couldn't actually read it.
No, I'd be like, fucking, I can't read this. Where's someone that's smarter?
Well, you're already better than this shit, Wad. 1 hour and 23 minutes.
Actually, I can read more than a few basic kanji, but that's because
Yo, what's up, alien?
I'm a fucking weeb. So of course I do.
Mhm.
Because I've stared at enough just in Japanese comics to know at least I know Daijoubu. I know. Now I'm trying to list them and I'm suddenly blanking.
That's not very Daijoubu of you.
This isn't very Genki.
Not at all.
What? I have an idea to make him more fun.
Yeah?
Just make him speak weeb speak.
Ugh! Listen, I've had enough of that with Osaka Behime in fucking Fate Grand Order. God!
Everything will be Daijoubu.
Ugh.
I just misread that as I must execute myself. Yeah, excuse me. I must execute myself.
Holy shit, you made me nearly spit out my drink. Yes.
FG.
FGO.
Oh,
Gotcha. You got me! No, I know what gotcha means. I was just making a dumb joke.
I dragged him in there with titties.
You didn't drag me into shit. I went there of my own accord.
Yeah, but then you fell in love with Francis Drake.
Listen.
Titties.
It's not just about the titties.
It's about the woman that wears them.
It's about a shitload of titties! No, I'm kidding.
It's about a shitload of titties and cannon. Aim for the game, stay for the titties, respect.
But no, for real, Francis Drake is awesome. She's basically the female pirate Kamina of the entire series, and I love her. She's awesome.
And like the Warriors-esque game, she actually does the Kamina pose.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, I love that so much.
While she fires off her,
Yeah, Tengen Toppa and Laga Kamina, yeah. Yeah, that's who I'm
I
referencing.
still need to finish watching that.
I've given up.
Finish watching so many fucking anime.
I've given up on trying to get people into Gurren Lagann. I'm constantly recommending it, and not a single person has watched it all the way through. Or even halfway.
I've
They haven't even gotten. No one has even gotten to the first real big hook. Like, fucking, it's impossible to get people into Gurren Lagann if they already aren't into it. Alright, don't act like this doesn't concern you. Ooh, shit! What's up? Thank you so much, Arcalian, for subscribing directly after my bitching about Gurren Lagann.
I see you are a man of culture as well.
Indeed. Or, I don't actually know their genders.
They're an alien. I see you're an alien of culture as well.
Ah, there we go. That works.
Though, if they're dark alien, do they have dark world or alien tech?
Who's to say it's not a fusion of the two?
Because fuck dark worlds.
That's a very 2012 take of you, but I 100% agree.
Look, my 2012 take is based off of my 2012 deck.
Yeah, no, me too, me too. I feel it in my bones. I know exactly what you're talking about, and I agree. Fuck Dark Worlds.
Fuck.
Not anti-spiral. Well, that's good at least.
I don't know what that means.
Don't worry about it. You'll get to it.
I need to sit down and make myself watch it. Because I want to know about the girl with the flowers in her eyes.
Oh, she's awesome.
She looks
that's all.
fucking cute.
No spoilers. No spoilers. But, yeah, she's cool.
She looks precious.
So, this guy wasn't ever actually, like... This guy literally just pulled the, aha, I never said you were the culprit, technically. Yeah, and then she's like, I'm rather certain you did. That's queer. I guess they did use that word back then for just that.
I mean...
I did watch the movies, actually.
That is still technically the actual term. That's just we kind of co-opted it.
Yeah, no, definitely. I don't want to enter this discourse right now.
Oh, fuck, that reminds me that
we're in
Studio
the
Trigger
Discord.
did an animation
Oh,
for
hey-o.
my Idol Boys.
What about your Idol Boys?
They got, so, my favorite Idol anime thingy. Because I'm a fucking weeb. Idol is 7. There's a group called Trigger in there. They got animated by Studio Trigger.
Agreed. Oh, really? Straight up? They got the Trigger treatment? That was beyond cruel.
For Trigger. Trigger got the Trigger treatment.
Great detective ran off laughing the whole while.
Can I punch this great detective?
Yes.
Replace him with the great mouse detective.
Replace
Sherlock
him.
is great, and you just need to let him into your heart.
Replace him with Furuto Erika.
That'd be fun.
Oh God! I've gotten thrown once again.
See, Dark Alien is with me on this one.
He better be doing some crazy shit by the end of this to turn it around.
I agree.
I'm not the one that rolled over and gave up. You rolled me over. Everyone's so mean to me.
Mom, they're bullying me.
They're bullying me.
I mean, they are. They really are.
No one can be better than Gumshoe. No comment. Please.
I like a lot. Don't make me pick favorites. Because if you make me pick favorites, I'm gonna say Pearl.
Who? What?
Pearl.
What? Pearl.
Pearl is not a detective. We're talking about favorite detectives.
Yeah.
She could be.
She could pull it off if she wanted to.
Give her the hat. It'll work.
No, he's not.
Damn.
Give her a Sherlock hat. It'll work.
Wow, Maddie, I can't believe you
Steal
spoiled me
Holmes'
on that
hat
one.
and give it to her.
Wow, I can't believe it. What a spoiler. Oh my god.
I think Fish's bias might lie with Emma Sky, though.
Listen.
Listen, she's fucking cool.
I just want her to throw a snacker at me.
Look, she is the least bumbling idiot of all of the detectives.
She's so good.
And I'd say that with the utmost love for the bumbling idiot detectives.
Like, fucking in my head, whenever, like, Apollo Justice's Emma Sky is brought up, I do that fucking pose in my head that Pearl does, where she's like got her hands in her face, all like bashful and shit. That's basically me with Emma.
I know the one, it's cute.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, there she is. Emma, your special someone?
Shut up, Pearly.
Don't pull my cover, kid.
Fucking shit, kids. God damn it, I'll eat your fucking hair like it's a pretzel.
She's 17 now, bud. Get over it.
Do not consume hair, Fish. It's not good for your digestive system.
Here.
Some
get
shit's
sick.
broken in half. It's a beautiful color. A netsuke. Buttons men used to hang from their kimonos. Oh, okay. Is he hiding such a lovely piece of art without our knowledge? 18 in SOJ. Fair enough. Aside from that, there are also some dark brownish red marks on the floor here. Dark brownish red. That is an accurate description, but one problem remains. I don't see anything with the type of coloring that could have made these marks. It's blood! Blood! Excuse me. Blood! Ah, the Kazukatana. Katana is the heart of the Japanese. That was one of Asoyi's favorite sayings. I heard he persuaded the government to allow him to bring his katana into Britain. Just goes to show how important it was to him to keep it by his side. Asogi has the spirit of a proud warrior. I'm sure it lives on. What's behind the hanging scroll? Is there another secret place behind the hanging scroll? Justice is written in bold on faltering strokes. These words put the paper back. Justice. Justice!
Injustice we cross.
So you have no right. You have not finished that game.
It's true. You should go back and play Dual Destinies.
I'd love to, but I borrowed it from Forrest, and I think it got lost.
Either finish the games or watch the VODs.
Yeah.
Watched a playthrough, got it.
Yeah. That works too.
Like a no-talkie one.
Yeah.
Hey, I am. That's what I'm level 25.
And then maybe, or listen to yours, because then I could hear puns. I don't know which.
That's also fair.
I'll flip a coin on it later.
Aliens recommending the VOD or a YouTube channel named Slizer? Oh man, Naruhodō got K'd the F out. Oh, I didn't do it! I didn't do it! Susanoo, it was me. Don't throw me again, it hurts. They have the entire AA series there. Nice. Ah yes, leftover chicken. Incidentally, did you happen to eat your meal on the floor? Not a pet dog, you know. I ate my chicken at the dining table like an actual human. Odd though, when did that chicken bone fall on the floor? Oh, but didn't Kazuma hate chicken? I seem to remember him as such. Who the fuck hates chicken? Like,
I love chicken.
I understand being indifferent to it, or maybe thinking it's overrated or overdone, but outright not even, like, refusing to touch it? Like...
So, I have one exception, and
So-
it's a personal one.
Alright.
And it's where, for like a good couple weeks, my mom would just, like, it would be like chicken breasts that's only been seasoned with salt and pepper, put in a frying pan, and then served alongside like green beans or whatever for a while.
I feel like...
The standard suburban white mom's secret recipe.
Yeah.
I feel like at that point it would be better to just take them wholesale and just throw them in the oven for a little bit without seasoning them at all. I feel like pepper doesn't seem like it should go on chicken. I'm just gonna hot take. Pepper and chicken don't mix in my brain.
They do if you have salt and pepper wings with nice breading on them. It's actually pretty good.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough.
I wouldn't have a problem if there was like breading or some kind of. Well, actually, even the sauce got old for a while.
Sauce.
Because it was like just this one basic, like, home chef, like, recipe.
Please note
And
that
so many of those were just like chicken breast, salt, pepper, make sauce.
looks like Naruhodō would absolutely go through the turmoil of being tossed around in a suitcase by stranger sailors that are super burly and all that shit before going up against another Susato toss. Jesus, those tosses must be intense.
I like her.
Eau Claire's ship regulations posted here on this placard.
Something akin to a list of requests from the captain for the passenger. Do not store any dangerous goods, such as weapons or animals, in the cabin.
Well, Macho, I'm sorry you can't go on the sailor ship.
Sorry, Macho.
How is Macho?
Seems fine as usual.
That's good.
I was just thinking, are you more of a weapon or an animal?
Wow, that line.
Just happened to cross my mind for a second. Either way, you can still mark me off as forbidden possession, I guess.
Okay, time to talk to this sailor dude.
Excuse me, may I have a moment of your time?
What do you want?
I actually have one thing to ask. Favor I have to request. Would you please allow me to investigate outside the cabin?
How far are we into the case? An hour and 19 minutes. I.e., literally, I started it when I started this session. It's a real funny joke, friend.
I'm deep in the middle of the ocean. There's no possible way for me to escape.
Regardless, you are not to leave this room until we reach port and hand over to local police. You understand?
I understand.
Yeah, we haven't left the cabin yet. I walked up to the cabin and yelled at the cabin. Ah! And the cabin got scared.
A lawyer and a legal assistant walk into a boat.
Oops.
Small boat would be impossible to break either out or in as long as it was latched in place. Given the evidence so far, I don't blame Susato for doubting. I can feel Susato's glare burn into the back of my neck. Say, do you ever read mystery novels? It's the part where they'd use a needle and thread to bolt the door from the outside. An ingenious trick indeed. Yes, I do love mystery novels. But since all of the doors and general surroundings in the ship are made of iron, that trick wouldn't work here. Needles and threads can't cut through iron. Now our glare feels more like needles digging into me. Oh, Susato, why?
Because he's a dummy.
It's that sailor. He wasn't there just a little while ago. That's exactly what I thought. If you have any questions, perhaps you should see what he has to say. He might shout at me again, but I guess I could give it a shot. Huh? What's the matter, Naruhodō? Nothing. It's just that sailor standing over there by the door. For some reason, I feel like I've seen him somewhere before. Now that you mention it, he does look a bit familiar. Hello? Excuse me?
Yes, can I help you with something? You! It's you!
Is he gonna cough and give us all TB?
He's gonna spread it to fucking Britain! This man needs medical attention. It's been like half a month since I've been seeing him like this. He's still bleeding and still standing. Shit! I could ask you the same question. I was so astonished that my heart stopped beating. I don't know if that's just the astonishment, mate.
It might be the TB.
Might be the TB.
It's not TV.
Is it? No.
Is it a BT?
Is it BT?
BT phone home.
Oh, that's funny. Man, we got 2 detectives on scene now. Oh, Jesus. I think you may have broken Maddie. Whoops.
Oh,
Special
according to
orders. What are your special orders this time around?
Moreover, why are you dressed like that?
I am terribly sorry.
Huh?
All of the fault for this incident lies squarely upon my shoulders.
What do you mean, detective?
My special orders were to guard Asogi. Oh! The arrangements were made by Secretary Jigoku of the Ministry of Justice. I was to protect him from possible assassins so that he might reach Britannia unharmed.
Assassin? He was in that much danger?
I do not know for sure, but what I do know is... Currently, there is much tension between the empires of the East and West. The Secretary of the Ministry told me to take every possible contingency into account.
How could this be? Is it really possible? Kazuma assassinated?
Unlike most escort missions, I wasn't able to publicly divulge my identity as a bodyguard. Instead, I was forced to board this ship under the guise of a sailor.
I see.
From dawn till dusk, I kept watch over Asogi until he retired to his cabin each night. And to think, during the few hours when I was not keeping my vigil, this happened. And so, through my own complacency, I allowed him to die. I have failed in my duty. I'm no longer worthy of showing my face to either of you. I'm so sorry.
Detective Hosonaga.
Might there be anything I could do to make amends for this catastrophic failure? So please tell me how I can be of service. I need to investigate.
Right now we're trying to investigate Asogi's death.
I suspected as much. I assume that means you aren't actually the culprit, then.
Of course not! We'd like to move to the cabin next door to investigate things there as well. Are you able to grant me approval to leave this room?
I cannot. My apologies. At present, you are considered to be a threat to the other passengers. If you were to attempt to leave this cabin for any reason, that rowdy sailor would lift you up by the scruff of your neck and toss you right back in.
All because they think I'm a stowaway who murdered one of my own countrymen.
But there may be one chance. Have you anything persuasive I could use to help you move about more freely?
What would be persuasive, detective?
If I had something that could provide a reason for you to investigate the other cabin, then I would give my very life if only to persuade the captain.
That seems a little... I can think of only one method that would work.
What is it?
Same method you used on me earlier. You presented evidence to support the art...
Oh, Jesus, Whoops, that's the detective's diction. When you start really emphasizing, like, every word and syllable, it kind of, like, gets a little more difficult to transition back.
Shall we be familiar with him in the courtroom? Alright. Just highlight the item, touch the present button. It's as easy as that. Now, show Detective Hosonaga something that might persuade the captain. Something that'll give us a reason to investigate the cabin next door. It's not like we want to barge in there for no reason. Something must support our logic. Find the right evidence and touch present.
Okay, crime scene. Russian word meaning wardrobe is written here. Revolutionary, Asogi's journal. Let's take a look at this. 23 minutes after midnight, I heard a sound like a low whistle. 35 after midnight, I saw a speckled band in the air duct. Maybe this would do it. And this is...
It's Asogi's journal. Before Kazuma passed away, he left behind some perplexing words.
Perplexing? In what way?
In this journal, he wrote, I saw a speckled band at the air duct.
A speckled band? Perplexing words indeed.
Still don't understand the meaning those words hold, but the curious thing is... Ah, yes, the air duct, I presume. You live up to your title, detective. That air duct connects directly to the cabin next door. If we investigate that air duct, we just might figure out who this speckled band is. I suppose that's proof enough. Huh? At the moment, I must stay here in this cabin. Until this ship reaches the next port, I must remain on watch at the crime scene. These are the captain's orders. Therefore, I have no other option than to leave the investigation to the two of you. Really? While I cannot remove your handcuffs, you may move freely about the first-class area. But are you sure it'll be alright? After all, captain's orders were to... Do not worry, I will keep my promise. I'll put my life on the line to persuade the captain. In the end, I owe Asogi at least that much after my failure to protect him. Thank you very much, Detective. Shall we be off then, Naruhodō? If you touch the move button, we can leave. Move button, huh? Moving. The hallway. SS Alclair. Finally, I'm out of that cabin. Still, I'm a little surprised. The corridor out here is narrower than you expect, don't you think? It is, isn't it? Kazuma was an exchange student sent out by the Japanese government. He was given one of the finest rooms aboard a first-class cabin. If you're wondering, my third-class cabin's about half the size of Kazuma's. That's a pretty cruel treatment you're getting there. Oh, look over there. There's an incredibly strong-looking sailor sitting at guard. That door connects to the second-class cabins. I would think that sailor is on watch to prevent suspicious individuals from passing. Suspicious individuals? In other words, people like me.
And I guess.
I cannot help but notice that, though we've been aboard for half a month, your eyes shine as though you're seeing all of this for the first time. Because I am. After all, I was a stowaway. I was packed up in Asogi's trunk during embarkment. Since then, I've been crammed into the wardrobe until today. That must have been truly terrible indeed. Don't look at me like that, please.
What's that? Is that a mousetrap? We playing some fucking mousetrap?
This is a trap that's used to capture rodents. Hell yeah, it's a mousetrap. I've seen these in Japan, too. This one looks like it uses bait and a sticky substance I've never seen before, though. Let's see. The bait is a food called cheese, a Western staple made from fermented milk. Was cheese seriously uncommon in Japan back then?
I think so.
Don't try to eat it or you'll only get your fingers pinched. Aw, guess I should just give up. Were you actually planning to eat it? Well, yeah, all I ever got to eat was Asogi's leftovers after all. I was always jammed in that wardrobe with an empty stomach. I'll give you some snacks I brought later on. Oh, thanks. What's this? It's nice and round. Kinda has a cute touch to the hallway. It's an emergency alarm. Please don't touch it. Emergency alarm? Look right here, there's a notice. Please press button only in case of emergency. The button sends an alarm to the entire ship, signaling the engines temporarily stop.
It's even poorer than Nick. I mean, when you're a stowaway, it kind of, Whoa!
How is what's happening to me right now not an emergency? That clearly isn't the kind of emergency they mean. If we pushed that button and caused panic, we'd have a real emergency on our hands. I wish I could just stop everything happening to me right now. Please don't inconvenience an entire ship of people just because you're upset.
Honestly valid. I will, however, barge into this room.
Here it is. It's the cabin adjacent to Asogi's, the one with the connecting air duct. And that air duct was where Kazuma saw the speckled band, apparently. Might still be able to solve the mystery. Let's try and talk to whoever's inside. Oh!
Big men.
Please excuse us. There's some business we need to attend to in the cabin, you see. He says nothing, but his eyes cry out, "Do not open." It's the same thing I wrote in the slip of paper I had Asogi stick to the wardrobe. Sometimes I speak louder than words, I suppose.
Russian big boy, yeah.
I would wager that we won't be allowed to visit this cabin anytime in the near future. Yeah, this is inconvenient.
Well, that blows chunks.
It's a diagram of the ship, the SS Alclair. A 3-deck structure with so many cabins. One might call this a technological marvel. Actually, I've always wondered, how does such a gigantic hunk of steel manage to float in the ocean without sinking? It's actually rather simple if you think about it. Well, think about the islands of Japan. What about them? Even a massive hunk of land like an island floats without effort. So if you're not surprised by the islands float, why would be surprised that ships do? Oh, I see. That's a pretty good point. What's this? Old oversized ledger book and a pen on that desk over there. Apparently it's some kind of logbook. Should we take a look inside? Wow, everything about this voyage is detailed in such beautiful writing. Yeah, I never thought these old sea dogs could actually write well. I even complimented him, but he still refused to acknowledge it. Yeah, maybe he refused to acknowledge it because it was a backhanded, shitty compliment. You don't fucking call them sea dogs, asshole. Oh, wait, Susato literally was saying that. Sorry. Sorry, Susato. Crew members says nothing. Seaman. Oh, that. Alien. I don't know if that's any better. I don't know if that's any better.
Mancy.
I think sailor is just fine. Look, is the stowaway murdered? Murderer. Barnacle boy? Oh my god.
What about Mermaid Man, huh?
If he won't talk to you, perhaps he'd be willing to speak with me. Good morning, sir. May I ask you for a few questions?
Look, it's the cheap servant girl stuffed in the 3rd class with other foreigners.
Wow!
Wow.
Wow!
Stop calling me sailor. I am Senior Crewman, Metro of Stroganov.
His name's fucking Stroganov? Are you shitting me right now? Mr. Stroganov, can you I have to know if that's real or if that's something that the fucking localization fan translation took a liberty with.
Mr. Stroganoff, do you have any beef?
Exactly.
Since you sent you a picture, I couldn't help myself.
Only certain people use rooms. Public figure, king, traveling in secret, rich people, important people.
Bless.
I am here as guard.
Kings? That's impressive.
But stowaway hides in one of these cabins on my watch. If I could, I would throw you into the ocean right now and rest easy.
Please forgive me. If I may ask a question, is anyone currently staying at the cabin next to Kazuma Asogi's? I assumed. Fun fact, translation team had nothing to do with the names. These are all original. Holy shit. Fair enough then. That answers my question. Means yes in Russian, or maybe no? Sick. What does da mean in Russian, I think it's yes.
Nah.
It's definitely yes.
Okay.
Niet is no.
Niet is no.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it or read enough stuff with Nightcrawler in it, okay? I hear he broke out of hell once and became like a hell pirate.
Oh yeah, I did hear about that too.
Name is Grimsby Roylott, substanding old gentleman from the west.
Gentleman from the West.
Do not bother him with pesky questions. He knows nothing about the student's murder.
I don't actually know how to do a Russian accent.
Why would he care about lonely Asian children?
Wow. Harsh words. By the way, when did Mr. Roylott board the ship?
You are not needing that information.
Now I'm thinking about it. From the very start of the voyage, right up until his conversation, I've never seen or heard so much as a single hint of that cabin being occupied. If the gentleman you speak of is staying in a first-class cabin, that would mean he must be a very important person indeed. Is that correct?
You are not needing that information.
There is no war in Boston.
There's the biggest wars in Ba Sing Se. At least 34 of them.
It's very sad what happened, student.
But you just said you must have been standing guard here last night too, right?
Of course.
Then during that time, did you see anything out of the ordinary? That's probably niet. The sound of it, I think you said niet.
Everything was normal last night, nothing unusual.
Any odd noises? Anyone who looks suspicious?
No! Everything was normal.
But Bazingi's under the
Boston say under the Earth Nation.
Oh God! Oh yeah, fair enough, fair enough. Oof. Jesus, I'm not used to seeing it all one word. I'm used to it like having the space. But brain, no, yeah, that's
Don't
fair.
worry about it.
That's super fair.
I should finish watching Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Yeah, you should. It's one of those
Like,
things that I was.
I got, I think, up to like book 3 before falling
Wow,
off.
you got far. Like, you were almost done, if that's the case. I think book 3's the last one.
I thought it was book 4. That was the last one.
No, I think Avatar's only 3 books.
Well, they
Korra
like,
is 4.
I don't know anymore, man.
I don't know. I don't fucking know. Oh.
But then if there was only 3, then it would have been book 2.
Did you ever get to the Fire Nation?
Kind of. That, like, my sister started watching it without me, and then I just tuned in every once in a while.
Oh, that kind of blows.
Yeah.
But, oh, my brain died for a sec. I'm not in the best of situations right now, as you can see. It's true, but you also know the moment you dare to touch the handle, that brawny sailor won't hesitate to shoot you to death. Did that joke go too far? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to offend you. No, I took my joke too far in the end. All jokes aside, though, I can never just flee and leave Asogi's death unsolved. Wow. Fucking... I have no actual input. I thought I had... You ever start saying something thinking you have input, but then just realize you actually never had input? And it's just like, you're halfway through saying a thing that you have nothing to say anything about, and it's like, oh, fuck. Me in group presentations. Oh, God, for real.
Too real. Too
Oh.
real. Banned for being too real.
No, don't even joke about that. Speckled band.
Burned for being too real.
Burned for being too real. Okay, I can deal with that.
Roast them.
Oh, I need a friend.
Yay!
Thank you for being a friend. Thank you for being a friend. Hey! What was that just now? From inside the cabin. Can only be the tearful innocent scream of a maiden in distress. Out of the way, you lot! I shall kick down that door, post-haste! Mr. Holmes! Right now, I'm absolutely brimming with the intense desire to kick this door down. Please stay your leg for just a moment. This door appears to be unlocked. Seriously? Well then, where exactly am I supposed to vent this urge to kick something? That aside, let's go inside. This is an emergency. There's no time to waste. Kick Ryu. Woo! What do you want to do? This gentleman appears to be Russian. Excuse me, we just heard what sounded like a young woman scream from inside this room. Scream? Stop her silly talk. Besides, we toss him anyways. I'm the only one in this cabin, nothing else. That's right, the old guy's the only person here. I wonder if it's that scream then. Leave now, all of you, now! Pardon me, Mr. Grimsby Violet, I presume? Yes, I am loyal to you. Listen, I don't want to judge too harsh based on appearances, but I'm just saying. Let's speak a liquor Russian. I'm disappointed in you two. Allow me. Front page, frightening. I've seen the bed is this guy is to shade it off. Is this guy just dead ass Rasputin? Is that what's happening?
Rasputin, the famous love machine.
She looks
Sorry.
cute.
I had to.
Oh,
I enjoy that song way too fucking much.
It's okay. Oh, damn. Is this perhaps the type of woman that strikes your fancy? I'm not sure how to respond to that. And then Sherlock Holmes pops in out of nowhere to make my brain turn to sludge. The girl found missing during a ballet performance. New film ballerina Nikomino Borshevich. Oh. Tiara set. That's a lot of rubles. How much money is 20,000 rubles? 20,000 rubles, you idiot. Susato's eyes are shining. Oh. Sherlock, I don't care. Fucking... I want to hear this from you. Towards Britain. Search warrants. Defecting, maybe? Defection is a Russian specialty. You shouldn't say things like that, Naruhodō. Oh, sick. That's new. Hey, Roy Lot. Never heard of him. I am the great detective. My name is Torrance Magus. Oh my god. I don't even have the fucking... I don't have the willpower to even voice this guy. Not consistently, anyways. I just don't care. I
Keep him
just
inconsistent.
violently don't care about this man and what he has to say about anything. I think there was a person inside. Well, it isn't transitive any longer. Packing people into luggage is quite poor. Did you see that, Naruhodō? I think I did. That trunk moved, didn't it? 1 ruble in 2020 is 20 USD. Damn. Stayed in the cat. Ish. So 400,000 USD in 2020 is what we're talking about. That's a lot of money.
Wait, this person is too nice. He bought me a sweater.
Are you okay? I didn't
What happens
even...
when you're cute?
Something about a sweater?
Look, I was talking to this random person about my need to look adorable, and they bought me something off of the market board.
Damn.
Okay.
You're doing more.
Very nice. I'm sorry. Charlotte just chilling in that wardrobe? Is he trying to imitate me?
I mean, I feel like that looks like a nice place to sit.
Actually, it kind of does, actually.
Just put up some curtains, like maybe cushion the bottom of it.
Great detective.
Get a book and like one of those like book lights.
However, these coins are now, numismatic? Numismatic? There it is. Sold in auctions for 4 to 8K. Oh, okay. So I take it probably that Is that a word that basically means they don't use that kind of money anymore very much? Okay, yeah, rare money.
Monies. Holla holla, get rare money. Will I ever stop making jokes like that? No.
No, and to be fair, you shouldn't have to, and neither will I. Not much, just making myself at home. I'm just passing the time, imagining how it must have felt to be crammed in here, waiting for the moment when the two of you beseech the aid of a great detective. Come on now.
Can I punch this man yet?
You said be inconsistent with his voice, right?
Yeah, just do like a different one whenever you feel like it.
That Russian gentleman, Mr. Royalite's clearly hiding something. And what will be the best countermeasure against the Russian who's hiding something? The answer, of course, would be... Let's roll!
I can't keep that up. It's too dumb.
Bless you, Fishy. Bless you. Oh god, I'm so glad I wasn't drinking water when you did that.
Listen, as far I can't. Oh god. Show me something intriguing, Holmes. Something only a great detective could do. As you clearly see, here we have a classic, suspicious-looking Russian. Sometimes I wondered to myself, suspicious people. What a wonderful world. Are suspicious people inherently Russian? Or are Russian people sometimes I wonder to myself, am I going to be racist today? I don't think either one's the case, Sherlock. And if I may add, give him Joe's quiet now. I'm fucking just dying. Alright, hang on. I understand. Yes, I understand now. But at last, the truth becomes clear to me. There's no room for doubt. Now then, Mr. Roylott, I've arrived at two conclusions.
I hate this.
First, conclusion number one. Your true identity. Simply put, you're a villain. You're just about to cut something very important to you using those scissors. Oh, I can't keep that up. It's like I have to microdose myself with the stupid.
Just keep giving yourself different dosages of stupid.
In this very moment, you have become red-handed in the midst of a nefarious deed. And now you must be shaking under that beard, panicking over if you very found out. Am I mistaken?
Here comes Naruhodō, one of Mr. Holmes' great deductions. With only one look at a person, he can learn almost everything about them. How in the world? That's impossible. I've read that book countless times. Can't believe I'm about to hear one of his great deductions firsthand. Truly, it's like a dream come true. Somehow it looks like it's just two conclusions at the park. How could...
How could you possibly know that? Is what you're about to say.
Oh, you're gonna kill me.
Very well. It's time for all to be revealed.
Real fish.
Well, indeed, the great detective before you arrive at your conclusion. Come along now. Shall we embark together upon the delivery of the deduction?
Oh, what? The game is afoot!
What the fuck?
Here is okay. Literally though, this is one of my favorite mechanics in the game.
Alright, I'll take this a little more seriously now. Behold, Mr. Roylott, the mysterious Russian. First, let your eyes be drawn towards this. Ooh. This oversized pair of scissors sticking out like a sore thumb. Now, just what in the devil were you planning to do with those? With just a little observation, the answer becomes obvious. You intended to cut off your splendid beard with those scissors. Continuing on. Now then, would you have had such an urgent need to cut that magnificent beard? That too is quite obvious, and I have the evidence to back it up. Have a look at this morning's newspaper. It contains a rather intriguing article. Ooh, in fact, it appears you too have seen the article of which I speak. Surely you must understand by now. The article inside reveals your true identity, the newspaper's revolutionary article. Revolutionary Dmitry Demoglaski flees Russia, believed to be en route to Shanghai. As you can see, okay, I will say, I dig his twirlies. I dig the twirly. This picture clearly depicts the eye-catching beard of yours. Ooh. Having seen the article, you plan to cut off your beard before the crew found you out. However, since you have yet to do so, your true identity remains clear.
You are none other than the frightful revolutionary, Dmitri Demoglaski. Though, with that said, I can't say I've ever heard of you. What? Alright, conclusion. Defected revolutionary.
No, he's defective now.
Yeah, oops. Next, we have my second deduction. It seems to me that we've caught you in the act of committing a terrible crime. Now, as for the proof of that crime, aha, it's right over there, is it not? As I expected, it appears you have shown your hand, Mr. Roylott. When people are taken by surprise, they tend to reflexively shift their gaze. It's a classic tale, more eloquent and powerful than mere words could ever convey. Yes, our answer lies directly in your line of sight, so carelessly don't. As proof of your crime, elementary, it's that trunk. I think it's about time that you opened this trunk and showed us what's inside.
No, I am refusing.
Exactly what do you have hiding in there? From what I can see, were you to apply enough force, I think you'd be able to fit a small girl inside.
That's silly.
A young girl, stuffed into a trunk. Just who might she be? Are you actually... Good grief. You're not much of a criminal, are you? Your line of sight betrayed you your secrets so easily. Just now, without a second thought, you took a glance at our answer. The reason why you can't open that trunk can again be found in the newspaper. In truth, it seems there is yet another intriguing article published in these pages. Rather than looking at the article about the revolutionary, flip to the reverse page. The beautiful flower of the prestigious Novash Ballet Company goes missing. There is only one logical conclusion. The crime you are in the very midst of committing is abduction. According to the article, the girl's name is Nikolina Borsachev or something. Okay.
I don't think that's big enough to fit an entire ballerina in.
And there you have it. The great deductions of Sherlock Holmes have been revealed.
He's clearly hiding the lady in his beard.
Okay.
It just has a portal there. Don't worry about it.
It's a hammer space beard.
It's
Susato?
the beard of holding.
The beard of I don't like that.
Like a bag of holding.
Yeah, I
It's in
know.
someone's beard.
I'm fully aware of what you're referencing. I don't like it. Those great deductions now are a little different than usual. Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Holmes. Could you come here for a moment? Ah, what can I do for you? Why'd I ask about your reasoning there? Yes, by all means. What's on your mind? Well, let me start with this newspaper. I didn't think I'd have to repeat myself, but here we are. These two men's faces are nothing alike. They look completely different. I didn't expect to repeat myself either, but here we are indeed. We're dealing with a revolutionary. Who's to say he didn't revolutionize his own face?
Revolutionize?
I'm about to revolutionize his face. God damn.
Besides that, Besides that, there's something else. The freaking trunk. Oh, whoops. Oh, cool that I can go to a backlog though. A backlog that shows nothing. Oh, there it is. At first glance, I didn't think a girl could fit inside that trunk. Actually, it's worse than that. It's clearly way too small to fit a person in at all. You'd barely be able to close it, even if you stuffed so much as a 5-year-old in it. In that case, could the missing ballerina be a 5-year-old? Oh, didn't you know? She's actually 15. No, Mr. Holmes, I had no idea. So if she's 15, then roughly 10 years of her ought to be sticking out of that trunk. There's something I once heard somewhere a long, long time ago. In order to make their bodies more limber, some ballerinas would drink vinegar every day. Vinegar? Really?
Ugh.
Indeed. The body ripened with vinegar, fitting into a box like that should be no trouble at all. I think you're mixing up acrobats and ballerina dancers. This is a mess. Naruhodō, about Mr. Holmes' reasoning now. I think his observations are right on the mark, at least in the foundations of what happened. It's just the focal points and logic are a bit off. A little bit? Completely off, I'd say. If we take the most important keywords from his reasoning and just discreetly replace a few of them here and there, we might figure it out. So take the keywords and replace them? Yes. Discreetly, mind you. If we can do that, then surely Mr. Holmes' great deductions will truly come to light. Indubitably, that's exactly what I was thinking. Wow, this great detective's a real piece of shit. So you got your work cut out for you, thanks to me. Sure enough. As for you, I almost forgot. What is it? Take a look at your hands. Hands? The handcuffs are gone. What? This is...
He's not Holmes, he's Houdini!
I thought those cuffs might get in the way of your deductions, so I got them off in a jiffy. Eh? Amazing. I'd expect no less from the great detective Sherlock Holmes. The great detective Sherlock Houdini. We'll put them back on once we're finished. No, that's okay. You can leave them off.
Harry Holmes.
Harry Holmes. Now, why don't we give this another go? Come, one and all, to Sherlock Holmes' Theatre of Logic and Reason. Review start. Hold it, Mr. Holmes. Pair of scissors sticking out like a sore thumb. What in the devil were you planning to do with those? A little observation becomes obvious. Intend to cut off the splendid beard. That's clearly wrong. I noticed that he was making question marks that whole time. I bet I have to make the question marks, like, I have to make them good. I think Mr. Royal isn't so sure himself. In other words, this part of the deduction seems a little off. In that case, Naruhodō, I suggest replacing it with something else. Sounds good to me, but how should we go about doing that? First, let's stop and take a good look at Mr. Royal himself. Is it really the beard he wanted to cut off? There you go, it's a good question. Next, look for the answer. When you find it, then the rest is in your hands. What is she telling me to do exactly? Okay, I'll give it a try. Time to replace this logic. What was Mr. Royal really gonna cut off with those scissors? This is interesting. Okay. His thick hat. His splendid beard. His sick pan on the floor for some reason. Nah, I think he was actually gonna go for the trunk. I guess not.
Something on this person.
Thick hat. Why would you cut your hat? That seems silly.
His nose.
Pretty hair. Wait a minute. Oh, that's two different kinds of hair right there. What? Sort of, look at this. Beautiful golden hair. No, I'm not talking about its beauty. Why does this hair even grow in here in the first place? Not only that, it's coming out from underneath a bunch of thick black fur. It's very strange. And yet also curiously beautiful. Something's clearly wrong here. Ooh, the Shattered! Ooh! You intended to cut off your pretty hair with those scissors. Indubitably, that's what I meant to say. Such beautiful golden locks couldn't possibly belong to an old man. You're actually a woman, aren't you? Judging by your hair's sheen. You're clearly a young girl at that. If only I had the chance to cut my hair. That would not be found out. Now then, why would you have such an urgent need to cut that beautiful hair? That too is quite obvious. I have the evidence to back it up. Surely you must understand by now. The article reveals your true identity. The newspaper's revolutionary article. Aha. I sure wasn't expecting that. I can't believe the old man was actually a little girl this entire time. What is it? Why are you staring at me? Well, that was definitely shocking, but what's even more surprising to me is how much you seem to enjoy this kind of thing. Eh? Despite your situation, you still ended up jumping around in glee. And just who was jumping around in glee? Not me. It's just that I was like, fine, I'll leave it at that. Look at this. Think back to Mr. Holmes' logic earlier. Evidence you brought up seems strange now, doesn't it? Mr. Roy, that really is a woman, and that means the article about the revolutionary isn't related to the case anymore. Because of that, the flow of logic changed course entirely. What does that mean for us? We should replace this evidence so that it matches the flow of logic. For some reason, that girl needed to hide her true identity. I feel like I've heard something about a young girl not too long ago. Understood. Right, give it a shot. That's pretty obvious. Ooh! That's a pretty intense glass shatter. That's fucking some Final Fantasy.
I actually really like this mechanic. It's pretty good.
I'd say that's a better glass shatter than Final Fantasy X. Indubitably, without a doubt, that must be it. Beautiful flower of the prestigious Novovich. I got that right like twice. Why did I fuck it up the third time? I do believe we are finally able to call you by your real name. That's not the mechanic. Have you played the second game? Oh,
I have not played the second game because I did not have, I don't have the means to read Japanese because I do not understand Japanese other than hearing some words and phrases here and there.
Yeah, pretty much.
If you put them in the context of card games, I can get a general gist.
Yeah, that's funny.
And it's because I've watched way too much fucking Yu-Gi-Oh! And Card Fight Vanguard. Oh, she's cute.
It is as you say. My real name is Nico. Nikomina Borshevich. Ooh! Defected ballerina.
I believe they patched up to case 2, but I want to wait until the whole game's patched.
Yeah, big same. Unfortunately, I am going to omit it from this particular marathon. Maybe when it does get fully patched, I'll revisit it just to add it to the playlist for a final time on YouTube as well, to like bring the whole thing around. But no guarantees. As for now, it'll be this, and then Spirit of Justice, and then we'll be heading into Metal Gear Month. And then once that's done, Bubsy. And then once that's done, I don't know.
Kingdom Hearts.
Maybe Sonic.
Maybe Sonic if it's funded. If it's not Sonic, then it will be Kingdom Hearts if and only if Ollie is willing to give up their PS4 for a while.
That would be more of a thing to take up with my mother. Because she's the one that hogs it.
We'd be here for hours. Hey, we were here for hours with my fucking Legend of Zelda. Like, I've done some shit.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about Zelda. Specifically Majora's Mask.
Alien, you realize I've been doing this marathon since November, right? Like, it's already been 3 months for this one. I can marathon like a champ,
And before that, he did Resident Evil.
Yeah, to be fair though, those are relatively short games.
Yeah, but Code Veronica is...
Code Veronica just feels long because it's shit.
Yeah.
Some other evidence that reveals your true crime must be hidden somewhere. Tiara. You jacked your own tiara.
And honestly, the best way to cut down a Kingdom Hearts marathon is to replace Chain Memories with just Chain of Memories.
God. I'm still debating on... Because, like, the Kingdom Hearts marathon is gonna happen. It's just a matter of when I have enough money to buy a PS4. It's gonna be a long time from now, but mark my words, it's gonna happen. And when it does, I don't know how I'm gonna...
I need to figure out how much the Remind...
$30 if I remember correctly. Actually, just heard it from a, they're planning to release a KH remix with 1, 2, and 3. Oh, wow, yes, I am US. Grand larceny! You pilfered that tiara from the ballet school you remember of, didn't you? Ooh! This whole thing kind of reminds me of Investigations. It's not necessarily the same, but it feels similar to some of the mechanics in Investigations, like the... Yeah. Oh, gave it to me. It belongs to me now. 15-year-old girl seeking asylum all on her own. I can't imagine how scared and alone she must feel. What will that be? I've told you everything. No, not yet. There is still another mystery left to unravel. I do not understand. You have obstinately refused to my request to have that trunk opened and examined. Surely you must have some sort of important reason to do so. It's a pet, and the place said no pets allowed, didn't it? Fuck. It's totally a pet. I must keep a secret from man, you think to yourself, but it is futile. I've already found a way to infer the contents of the trunk, you see. Ah, good grief. You're not much of a criminal, are you? Your line of sight betrays your secrets so easily. The answer lies directly in your line of sight, so carelessly directed. The reason you can't allow us to open the trunk is written on the books in the shelf. Now, wait just a moment. Mr. Holmes' deductions totally changed from what he was saying before. I assume he must have changed new directions to take our new deductions into account. Even so, he just blurred out that it must be the books on the cabin shelf. That's nothing more than a random guess. It's painfully obvious. If that's really the case, no matter what her reason is for refusing access, how could it possibly be written anywhere in the books? It's too convenient. You may be right. Kamina did unmistakably steal a glance in that direction, saying the reason she refuses to open the trunk lies somewhere within her line of sight this time? Right, we need to make the same assumption this time around. Why won't she open that trunk? The answer to that question has to lie somewhere in her line of sight. Books on the shelf. Note. Ah, it's the notice. Gotcha. Oof. That was thick glass. The reason you can't allow us to open the trunk is written on the notice. Do not store any dangerous things such as weapons or animals in the cabin. Something inside that trunk is prohibited on the ship.
Because of this, you cannot risk opening the trunk and allowing it to examine its contents. Earlier, we noticed the trunk moved on its own. If you had a weapon hidden in there, that wouldn't explain the trunk's movement. And so only one possibility remains. Miss Nikomina inside that trunk. You're harboring the other thing that can't be kept in the cabins, an animal. Kingdom Hearts all in one package coming to PS4 in North America, the story so far, and 3. But it's not all in one because it won't fucking include the... It won't include the DLC. It's fine though, that's actually pretty good. And if that's all for $50, then that's pretty awesome actually. Getting a lot of games with that boy. So you actually... Grimsby Broil, that's just not my real name. It is Nikomina Borchevich, just as you say. You disappeared from the ballet school mid-performance in order to flee Russia. Last night, you stealthily made your way aboard the ship. Stealthily? This sounds clear as a Colossus steamship. Is it possible aboard the ship without anyone noticing? I don't know, Naruhodō, you did it! 2020 is the reign of games again. Yeah, 2020 is a big game year! Or at least it's shaping up to be, assuming that, nothing gets delayed again into 2021.
Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing, FF7.
I can't wait for RE3 Remake.
RE3 Remake, Cyberpunk 2077. Did I already say FF7 Remake?
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
You did.
Fuck. A woman's hair is her crowning glory. It's precious enough to be considered her life. If it were me, I'd have refused to cut it off and struggled to find another way. But if that's the case, then what was the distressed cry we all heard coming from this cabin? Why the distressed yet beautiful bell-like peal of this lovely lady's cries? Naturally. That was one loud bell note. I escaped from Shanghai. In fear, I will search for me. I put on disguise, so no one can find me. I ended up taking on the role of a fairly suspicious old man, I see. After I put on beard and hat, I saw a newspaper. Inside was my picture. I was so scared I shouted without thinking. If I do not do more to change appearance, they will find me. I know I need to cut off hair, so I grabbed scissors. And it was precisely at that moment that we entered the cabin. I suppose circumstances like these really do happen every once in a while. Indubitably, such is the current state. This is all a lot more confusing than it needed to be. Excuse me, Nikomina, but there's one last thing I'd like to ask. Just what is it that you've been hiding in that trunk? Inside, my precious friend hides. Please keep secret from captain, sailors, everyone. Well, I suppose that's fine, however. Only if you speak with us on the events of what transpired last night, understood? Yes, I am talking. So what do you think, Naruhodō? We were able to witness the great deductions of Sherlock Holmes firsthand. To be perfectly honest, I think that I'm still a little confused over which part of this is the great deduction. At any rate, we can at least hear what Nikomina has to say now. That's amazing. It's probably Nakamina or something like that, since it's Russian and not necessarily Japanese. Ah, that's right. I almost forgot about you. Yeah, what is it? Take a look at your hands again. My hands? Ah! They're back on again.
What? This is how I...
As promised, I put them right back where they belonged in a jiffy.
How do you even do that?
Suspicions cast upon you have not yet been considered clear, after all. We don't have much choice in the matter. I hope you understand. I suppose. Do we really not? At any rate, we ought to listen to what Nikamina has to say on it. Personally speaking, I am curious about this mysterious speckled band that Kazuma witnessed.
Okay, here we go. Whoops. I mean, here we go. It's taking you away in the cabin next door.
Yes, Sailor told me during breakfast. The one who died was our friend.
Oh, whoops. That was Naruhodō.
Oh, that is true? That's why we're trying to gather information right now, for his sake. Did you notice anything unusual last night? Something that sounded like a conversation or anything? Or the sound of a ship overtaken by a raging storm, or a huge explosion from the engine? I think everyone would have noticed something like that. Anyway, did you hear anything? I am knowing nothing. I was not thinking of anything but me. I am knowing nothing at all. I see. So you ran away from the Novovich Ballet Company, is that right? Yes, I go to Great British Empire. From there I board ferry to America. I am done with ballet. I want to start a new life. You say you're done with ballet, but you still decided to bring the tiara along. Tiara is mine. I need tiara to live! I make no money from ballet group. I get only food and water. From country to country, only dance all day. I had to run to protect self. So you chose to seek asylum, right? Sailors on this ship are my friends. They let me on board, gave me empty cabin. But if that's the case, there's still one thing that doesn't quite fit. Yes, I see it too, Mr. Holmes. What do you think, Naruhodō? Oh, yeah, of course. We should ask Nikamina about that. I have no idea what they're talking about. Might I inquire one thing? According to this article, you only just disappeared yesterday. So, this means the only time you could have boarded the ship was last night.
However, the SS aircraft did not re-enter at harbor last night.
Now that you mention it, fucking... So, how in the world did you manage to try and board the ship? Come to think of it, the sailor in the hallway was behaving a little strangely, wasn't he? It was after we asked him when Mr. Roylett had boarded.
Stroganoff.
That's what he said, if I remember right. Gracefully descending onto the stage, like a snow-white angel. What's that all about? It's about me. It was written in theater review of Russian paper. I am gracefully descending onto ship 2. I am angel, after all. That's quite the groundbreaking claim you're making, considering your limited English. I wonder if all Westerners are as boldly spoken as Mr. Holmes and Yummy Komine here. Like a god amongst men, he gracefully takes in the knowledge of the world. They have written such things about me as well. But that's in The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes, a serialized, exaggerated novel. At any rate, she doesn't look like she has any intention of telling us the truth of how she got here. Your friend in the trunk! Please keep secret. Do not tell anyone on ship. If they find out, then those brawny Russian sailors will grab that trunk and throw it into the sea. You're so mean, Mr. Holmes. So this friend is a puppy, perhaps? Maybe a young, adorable little rabbit? Ha! You think Russia has adorable little rabbits bouncing around the tundra? I mean, they don't. I'm assuming not. But how should I know? Right. Neither of you are even close to the mark. By friend, she must mean. I've got it without a shadow of doubt. It must be a chicken. Chick. Well, just think about it. Wakes you up in the morning. And if push comes... Oh.
Rude! You would not do that to a friend, chicken.
Oof. After all's said and done, the fact remains the identity of her friend is unknown. Ha 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 ha. Sometimes we killing her. I know what. Hey lady, do you know anything about a weird band, a speckled band in the air duct? The journal belonged to my friend who passed away. Wrote about seeing, hour 23 minutes after midnight, I heard a sound like a low whistle. And then, 1 hour and 35 minutes after midnight, I saw a speckled band at the air duct.
Did she have a fucking bird?
Oh,
A hawk?
A hawk? Cabin's air duct is linked to the cabin next door. You can see it right up there. In other words, this cabin and the victim's cabin are connected. Ah. Nikomina, do you know anything at all about this? About the low whistle the victim heard, or anything about the speckled band? No. I am knowing nothing. I see. Knock, knock, open up the door, it's sailors. I need a moment, Mr. Roylott. Whoa, that was quick! Captain wants to talk to you about something. Go to Captain's quarters as boss. Understood. I'll come at once. What is it? Do not ask me that. You must leave now. Please don't worry about us. Fine, Mr. Roylott. Quit playing! You heard him. Get out or I fool you myself. I'll be able to continue inspecting the cabin right now. Quite unfortunate. Just like that, forcefully removed from the cabin. Didn't even have a second to investigate before we were thrown out of the room. Quite literally thrown out. Save. Don't. Okay. So, I'm gonna head to the bathroom real quick for a quick bathroom break, as evidenced by the fact that I'm going to the bathroom.
Haven't even stepped on Britain, right? Alright. I shall be right back.
Will you really?
Okay. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thank. Whoops. Need
What do
my...
you do?
Oh, nothing. I'm just tangling myself in 3 different chords and dropping my stylus. I've
job.
basically made my own spider web that I live in at this point.
Good job.
Don't say good job to that.
Three.
Is that real? Fucking... I am the fish spider.
Spiderfish.
Yeah, I deliberately
Spiderfish.
didn't say that in order to
Whatever
avoid that,
Spiderfish
because
does.
I knew you were gonna do that, but it seems
Can
that...
you sing
Yeah, okay.
from a web? No, we can't. He's a fish. Look out. He's a spiderfish.
Okay, even I have had enough of that.
I had enough of that back in, like, 2011 when that movie came out.
It was still a good movie. I stand by it.
I can't even remember it, because it's all just been blotted out by Spider Pig.
Oh, that one.
That's all I can remember from it now, because that's the one everyone says is all in the promotion. Was Bart's dick in that? I think I saw Bart's dick in that.
Yeah, you did.
God, I just had like a fucked up flashback to that all of a sudden. And it's like, oh god, that was a thing that happened. They just really
I think my
plastered
favorite part of
that. They just really plastered that 4th grader's dick right in front of us, huh? Wow.
I think my favorite part of that fucking movie was when the police chief was getting like really like overboard with his methods for catching the Simpsons family, and just one of his officers just, "Sir, I'm afraid you've gone mad with power." Of course I have. Have you tried going on without power exploring? No one listens to you.
Wow.
Yeah, they were like, we gotta quarantine, I almost said Seinfeld. That's the wrong thing.
Seinfeld! We gotta quarantine Seinfeld, y'all! To be fair, that's how that ended. So I think everyone went to jail in Seinfeld at the very last episode.
I would.
That was pretty good! I can't believe that became actually relevant.
Like, there's too much pollution in Springfield, so let's quarantine it. So they put a big dome on it. Simpsons got out.
Oh god,
Then
that's
the
right!
Simpsons
There was
somehow
that
found
whole
out that they were gonna blow it up, so they went in to stop it.
There was that whole subplot where it was like fucking Lisa's crush or boyfriend or whatever was like on the outside of the bubble and Lisa's on the inside, and like he like spoke to her in musical notes, I think. I'm really reaching for some decade-old knowledge and memory.
I think I still have the DVD lying around somewhere here. We should watch it
The
sometime.
one that looks like a
My
donut.
mom still has the DVD. Huh? What about Donut?
I thought they designed the DVD to look like a donut.
Oh my god, did they? That's kind of funny, I guess. I have this horrible feeling that, like, I have this, like, cause I liked it when I saw it too, but, oh, it was never my room to begin with. Oh, my wardrobe was my room. I have this horrible sinking feeling that if I go back and rewatch, the Simpsons movie, I might end up actually not liking it.
I mean, it was fine.
It's one of those feelings where it's like, you know the feeling when you watched a thing like a long-ass time ago and you're like,
yeah,
I'm like 70%
actually
sure
hold
this is
up.
gonna hold. Yeah, exactly. That's the feeling I have. Or at the very least, are you going to still be funny to me? Because, like, comedy is really difficult to judge whether it holds up or not. Like, there are some obvious things, like, you ever see, Blazing Saddles?
yes.
Like, 90% of that movie holds up. The 10% that doesn't hold up is the part where they burst into the fucking, place where, like, everyone's dancing, and some guy literally drops, like, the other F-bomb, and it's, like, super not cool, and it's, like, just basically huge making fun of gay people in no, like, nuanced, like, way whatsoever. It's just like, haha, gay people exist, and it's, like, as a punchline. It's like, there's just, like, that one weird 5% of that movie that's like,
Fair.
not sharp as it used.
Let's not forget all of the times that people were using mentally disabled terms as slurs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, that's woof. That was a woofy one. I literally don't know what I'm supposed to be doing now. Oh, I have a move button. Shit. Entering will prove difficult. I guess.
And like, I'm just as guilty as anyone else from that time period, and honestly, I look back on that and go, why did I ever think that was okay?
Yeah. No, I'm pretty sure back in the day I did something similar. Like way back in the day, before anyone knew me.
Then... See, I think for my timing, I think that was like when I was like 13.
Yeah, that would be about me.
And then you learn, like, oh, let's
For me,
never
that was
do
like
that again.
between the ages of 13 and 16, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. The worst years.
It's weird because I never really acknowledged it as a bad thing to say, but I don't think I ever said it much myself. Well, like,
I never thought. Like,
yeah.
I honestly, I wasn't at that point, I was thinking, like, what? They have better words to describe that condition. It's not like anyone is using it as an actual insult anymore.
Yeah.
And then I realized, no, people do.
No, people
really
do.
Yeah,
use that as
people
an
do.
insult.
Like 5,000%. And it's just like, oh.
And that's when I was like, yeah, maybe I should stop.
Maybe not. Maybe not. Wardrobe in
Like,
Russian.
I'm very guilty of using gay in that sense as well. And it's like,
Yeah.
and now I use it as a positive thing. Like, that's gay. I love it.
It's like,
Nowadays, it's like, sounds gay, I'm in.
I haven't really gone back to, like, there are some times where I go back to my old ass LPs that I made when I was like 15, and I'm a little happy that those words don't really crop up in them, because I know there was a significant risk of them cropping up in there, because I know who I was back then. And I know who I hung out with back then, and what they were like, and therefore what I was like at the same time. It's like, none of us at the time really thought anything past it when we were 15, and thankfully we kind of all grew out of it, so that's good.
Well, that's what people do, right? They grow, they mature, and they stop using slurs as casual phrases.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yet, every so often, I still hear people using words like that, and I'm like, especially when I'm at work, I have to, like, internalize it and be like, don't say anything, just smile and wave, and
Yeah.
tell them to have a nice day.
That's always hyper rough, and it's just
What's
like...
worse
And
is
I
that...
just sit there like, God, why this?
Yeah. Yo, what's up, Otter?
Hi. Anyway,
Thanks.
what's worse is that I've seen people whose English is not their first language pick it up in that
Yeah. Oh,
way,
that's the
which
worst,
is
because
the
it's
worst.
like... It's so difficult to, like, explain it to them without sounding like you're talking down to them. Like, I've never been able to tread that line. I've tried to tell people
I've
who
said,
English is
"Hey,
not their first
not-"
language about that, and it's just never really taken.
Well, I found out after I was saying, hey, could you not use that because it's, well, the R word.
Yeah,
Using that in this meaning because it does affect me and it does mean these things. They're like, oh, I'm sorry, English is my second language. It's like, oh, it's fine, just now you know, don't...
Yeah, exactly. And now you can
I
be
didn't
mindful
know.
of it.
What's worse is like I am probably very much alone in this, like, oh hey, this is a great fan fiction so far, and then they drop it, I'm like, oh well, time to close it and never read it again.
Yeah, that's
Because
you're alone in that because I don't read fanfiction. Not because I would not react similar.
but also like sitting here like piss off, that character would not be like that.
It's such like a yeah. Even if there was zero moral implications of it, it's so like believability breaking.
Yeah.
Like
The
God, there's a
closest
phrase that I
thing
always
I
use.
can think for an excuse, like,
What the fuck happened to you? Who did this?
I'm gonna beat up whoever beat him up.
I am alarmed. What the? That's not just a few bumps and bruises at all.
Oh, look!
According to the captain in regards to
This is serious talk. They derailed. We gotta find this.
the crew started to jeer at me for it, punched him in the face and threw him overboard. What?
disappear out of for what?
Soon, though, they decided to be
letting
continued. Go.
It was for letting Naruhodō investigate.
That is a volatile crew.
So we gotta find those crew members and beat them up.
I don't think we're gonna be able to do that.
They're pretty big.
I'm sure I could find a chair or something.
The chair! Give him the chair!
Oh man,
Chair
give him
right
the
there.
chair. A wonderful idea. Like, just funnel them, just kite them around the deck. And once they're all, like, about in, like, a single or double file line coming in, just run right past Susato and have her just fucking chain throw all of them.
Yeah.
No. Even better. Have her grab you and throw you into the nothing all over.
Oh, man. Fucking...
Worth it.
Just...
Worth it for my boy here.
Steve Reich!
I like this guy. He's cool.
An actual bowling pin sound effect plays as I hit.
Oh. Okay, I know I made TV jokes at this guy, but he's a real. He's real.
He seems cool. We've been told to keep an eye on things and not to lift our watch for even a second. I see. Oh, I almost forgot. I do have one new piece of information. Please tell us anything you can. What you got? What's your new info? What's your info, dog? What's your info? Give me your info. Here, see for yourself. This is a report that was written by the ship's doctor after his examination of the corpse. Sogi's postmortem. Kazuma. So, how'd he die?
Look at the paper.
The fatal injury should be listed in the report. His neck was broken, it seems. Yes, about that. As we observed before, the victim had no visible external injuries. Initially, it was presumed that the cause of death was poison. However, the doctor's report states that there wasn't a single trace of poison on his body. Then what was the murder weapon? That could not be determined since there were no external injuries. I fear he may have been bludgeoned with some kind of blunt object that left no wound. I see. The central nervous system connects to the body through the cervical vertebrae. If one received a strong blow there, death without visible injury is not unlikely. Phone books! Yeah, phone books in 1880. I'm actually, I guess... When were phones invented?
I'm pretty sure it was still telegrams back then.
Don't question it. Telegram books, that's how they connect. I saved it. It's fine.
Encyclopedias.
Perfectly plausible. The entirety of Encyclopedia Britannica dropped directly on my curriculum.
Exactly.
That's right. You know what I'm talking about. Fuck. Don't be silly. Those are hardbacks. The cervical vertebrae. That's what I was trying to say. The entirety of Encyclopedia Britannica just dropped directly on my cervical vertebrae.
Exactly.
So Mr. Holmes came by again while we were gone? Yes. He seemed content inspecting the floor. In fact, he even crawled around for a bit. But after just a few minutes, he gave up and left. He seemed rather restless and impatient. That great detective say anything at all?
Now that you mention it, he did say one thing in a very loud, boisterous voice. "This is shoe polish," he announced, for all the world to hear. Shoe polish? I wonder what this is all about. As I recall, he was over there when he said it, around where that broken bell is. Is he referring to those brownish-red marks on the floor, Detective? Ah, yes, that's right. How do you know he was shoe polish? I haven't the foggiest. When I asked, his reply was so convoluted that it made my head spin. Something wrong, Susato? Come to think of it, Kazuma had been wearing a pair of lace-up brownish-red knee-high boots. Brownish-red? I remember those boots. It's red so dark they almost seemed black. He often tended to them with
The
a polish.
finest fashion of this fall's lineup.
Indeed. This fall's lineup.
And yes, that was intentional.
Yeesh. Listen, if I end up pissing off Susato again, she's gonna show me this fall's lineup.
Alright. Yeah, I'm calling you out again. Put it on the thing.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that one was a little too stealthy to fly under the radar or not, and for people to just be like, what? But
Don't worry about it.
You were gonna take the fall for that one!
ooh! There's another one.
Oof, you seem rather fatigued, sir. Ah, not at all, friends. I failed in my duty to protect Osogi. I owe you this much. Of course, my suffering is trivial compared to what you two must be going through. Moreover, my head has been hurting since this morning. I've been unable to do anything about it. Headache? Come to think of it, I can still feel that dull throbbing pain in the back of my head, too.
Someone just ran around clubbing everyone to death. Or at least to knockout. Excuse me.
Someone clearly just wanted to go clubbing.
Maybe Asogi just hit the club a little too hard.
Come on!
Or perhaps he just literally walked into a bar and broke his neck.
I'm back. I lost my life for about 3 seconds with how bad that one was. Some fucking skid marks. Postmortems. People. Oh, well, I guess I'll move.
In real though, I do miss Asogi. He used to stick his neck out for Naruhodō.
Did you just? Oh! 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 Oh!
Maddie, I'm so glad you've polished your puns.
Oh! Oh!
I'm feeling like Fish really wants us to trip up.
Oh no! Just gonna add that stream marker real quick. We got some. Oh.
Don't worry. Eventually, it'll I'll be water under the bridge.
He really does have to learn to go with the flow.
Oh, we're doing this again, are we? We're doing this again, are we? Big brawny Russian. Why do Russian names have to be so tough to remember?
Don't worry, it's just a drop in the bucket.
Actually, I kind of think I might have needed this. I was fading back there about half an hour ago, and all this water's actually making me feel a bit better. That ridiculously obnoxious voice. Yes? Hello?
Hello? I think we
Hey.
need to come up with more puns to deck him with.
My God. Ollie. 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 Was that a pun?
Skip out right now.
No. I need to know what your original intent was. Was that a pun based on how the person died of blunt force and we were talking about clubbing earlier? Or was that a pun about how we're on a ship and ships have decks?
I was thinking boat deck, but now that you mention it, it could be both now.
It could be both. It could be boat. See this opportunity
Oh,
to
what a twist.
investigate it. Wait. Did you fucking just... You did not just...
Yeah, that one was about next.
Oh my God. That one was dark, dude.
Look. I first
We
came up
decked
with
out
that
on
one.
puns. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that just... That one's like a TCG pun, Jesus. You better be glad
I'm
I
just glad
played
that
you.
none of these are sailing over your head.
Mr. Stroke or something. Quick. Move into the cabin. Is that you, Susan?
Oh, yeah, I love you.
We shouldn't go overboard now! Oh! That one was pretty solid, not even gonna front. Ooh. Ooh.
No, I still feel like we should go full steam ahead with them, though.
Oh, shore that's going ashore.
Oh, baby!
Holy shit, Susato! You're just freaking rummaging into the ladies' clothes! To do it for Asogi. Try on her wardrobe for Asogi.
Yes, please, wear the pretty ballerina clothes.
Wear the
Look
pretty
adorable.
ballerina clothes. Won't be long before we reach the next port, Hong Kong. Are you sure you still want to be wearing those handcuffs when we arrive? Susato. It's up to us and us alone to solve this case. Alright, let's do it. Oh, excuse.
It's the air duct's connected to Asogi's cabin, right? Yes, although I still don't really understand why it's built that way. I have an idea. Maybe in the unlikely event of a gas leak, the person next door would notice. Wouldn't that mean the person in the other room would also be breathing the gas? Oh, you have a point. So you saw a speckled band around that vent last night. Same as the one we saw in Asogi's cabin, isn't it? Yes, it's known as a call bell. Well, let's give it a quick tug. Why would you blow our cover like that, Susato? Come on, girl. Well, it seems nobody came. Just like last time. I'm sure that everyone's still busy. The trunk from earlier is wide open. It's entirely empty. According to the great detective's deductions, Luna had her friend inside her. Inside it. She felt compelled to keep that a secret. The SO sound player doesn't allow animals to be brought aboard, right? So who stuffed in that trunk? Where could it have gone since we were last in here? Take a look over here. But why did just a fucking plate on the floor? Oh, I know why there's a plate on the floor. The plate on the floor gets a liquor plates. Oh, it was for the dog or the bird or cat, or whatever. Give him the pet liquor plates. Don't worry about it, Susato. Oh, Streamlabs, bitch! I had a bunch of it already, but fine. It's just because you're concerned about me. Just because I told you to be concerned about me. Get yourself some hydration, everyone.
I sent you on a picture of the chat with all the messages of the puns. Said Maddie and I are killing it with the puns on Fish's stream. His response, oof.
Oof, indeed.
Suppose either one could be correct. Oh, yeah. I bet 2 copper coins it's because their throats are always dry. You're just being stubborn, Naruhodō. Oh.
What's in here?
Only a few books on this desk. Told me they did only just arrive in the cabin last night. On that topic, I wonder what kind of books she reads. Good question. Let's take a look here. It's written in Russian. I could have guessed that. So without hearing it from you. Well, asking me any more than that, asking me for anything more than that is rather unfair.
Okay. True.
Has the waste paper been to this back cabin? Take a peek inside. Naruhodō. It's not polite to rummage around in other people's bins. She's looking at me like I'm the only waste around here. I suppose we can make an exception considering the circumstances. That's right, circumstances, of course. There's hardly any rubbish in here at all, waste paper or otherwise. That is rather disappointing. These books have all fallen over. Not a single one's left standing. Is that a statuette of the guardian god of the sea? It's fallen on its side. Wait a minute, I feel like we've seen something like this before. Remember Asogi's cabin? Do you think, by any chance, that Nikomina knocked all these things over when she was practicing her dancing? Would she really be working on her dancing the first day she defected? Well then, did you make her lose her temper, causing her to knock everything down in her fury? Like I've been saying, please stop blaming everything that happens on me. Anyway, let's put things back as they were. That would bother me otherwise. Oh, you need everything to be nice and neat and tidy and orderly. Very orderly. SS Outclair ship regulations are posted here, storing dangerous goods, such as weapons or animal, in the cabins. Kona must have seen this notice before hiding her animal in the trunk. Her friend, as it were. Now our friend's disappeared from the trunk and gone missing. I suppose it might enjoy a leisurely stroll through the ship. Then I pray Mr. Stroganoff doesn't find it and decide to throw it in the sea. That would be pretty bad. Shut up, there doesn't seem to be anything out of the ordinary here. I just shifted a little to the left. Naruhodō, you still here? Yeah, I've been here the whole time. Oh, good. I was worried that if I took my eyes off you, you'd go shut yourself up in that wardrobe. Do you think I'm some kind of freak who lives in just to jump inside every available wardrobe? From the looks of it, I don't think either of us would fit in there. It's full of beautiful garments. They look like they're being made to use on stage. Too bad. I was hoping Nikom and his little animal friend might be hiding in there. Investigate this area a bit more thoroughly, she says. Okay. I can give it the old cool egg try. Whoops. It's the door to the cabin. This may be our golden opportunity. I don't see any of the sailors coming or going in the hallway. Finally have a chance to investigate. I don't think investigating my best friend's murder is gonna make... What the fuck was that?
What was that?
I'm gonna add that stream marker real quick because the entire bottom part of my screen just went white with weird text for like half a second.
That sounds weird.
Yeah. Very. That freaked me out. Oh.
Oh.
Hi, dude. You never know where he'll pop up next. Appears to be stealing glances at something between hums. Okay. So I just found out what that was.
Oh?
Yeah. Apparently, with some form of button combination, I was just kind of idly pressing the buttons, the face buttons, and I like swiped my thumb across B, Y, and X really quick. And all of a sudden, I got in a boot NTR menu. So that's what that was. Mystery solved. I didn't even realize there was a boot NTR menu. That's cool. His name is Wondrous Name, everyone knows it, and there is all the names. Excuse me? Oh, yes, pretty. Yes, those nighty moves. Sherlock Holmes! What? You again! Don't disturb people while they're singing. I was just about to reach the crescendo. Kept building up to your name, but never saying it, so I thought I'd do it for you. You were this close to getting your face full of my prized right hook. Oh my god, look at this guy!
Da 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 da. We seem to have caught you in the middle of investigating something. Whoops, that was the wrong person. God, my brain's turning to mush again.
Good job.
Why, this is the ship's log, that outrageously muscular sailor wrote
Do you
it.
need more puns?
Fucking
We can give you more.
I don't know, maybe. If you can think of one. I mean, like, the counter's there for a reason. Go nuts, as far as I'm concerned.
Well, you can count on us for it.
Ooh! 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 Here we go. Whoops. Can't have actual Snicker stream be clicked on. That's a thing. Let's try that again. There we go. Don't laugh at me, Holmes. Bitch! Holmes! You've got it backwards, my young friend. If you look at some of the other pages, I think you'll understand. Because the good sailor's assignment was to keep a close watch on this corridor. Typical regulation is to record nothing unusual in the log every 30 minutes or so. Every 30 minutes or so? Nothing unusual.
Needless to say, if nothing occurred, nothing unusual would be written here. But as so happens,
Log entry for last night's blank. No reports at all. So, could it be possibly mean that...
I believe last night the sailor, good sailor, left the location due to circumstances.
Just what might that
I'm
circumstance...
hungry. I'm gonna go get some food, and I'm probably gonna have to go to bed.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think I need to head to bed.
That's fair. Honestly, I'm feeling the same way, but I do want to reach a better stopping point than this. So, y'all probably won't miss too terribly much.
Alright. I
I'll
believe
talk
in
to
you,
you
buddy.
later. Bye-bye.
See ya.
I'll haunt you at a later point, because I do have to be up in like 11 hours.
That's fair. What you got planned?
Final Fantasy 14, the free company I'm in, they're giving away minions.
Nice, nice.
So just these little tiny things that pay you, that you can summon, and they'll follow you around just to look cute.
Fair enough.
I have one of Gilgamesh.
Ooh. Alright.
Various NPCs.
Fair beans.
Alright. And with that, I'm gonna go pass out.
Alright. See ya.
Bye-bye.
I myself am not too terribly long for this material world. I could take a trip to the dream worlds. Okay, everyone's head is hurting. Why is this? Constant pounding. Did everyone get knocked out? Why this? I'm gonna take a look at what I just got. It's a ship's log. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual. Nothing unusual, I guess. And the floor. And the post-morty. Post-morty! Embrace instant death, neck broken, severe shock, no visible traces of external injury or poisoning. Missing ballerina, article arena. Check that out. That's a lot of Russian. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. That's a lot of Russian. Asogi's journal. Hang on. Sound like a low whistle. Oh, we can cross-reference this real quick. Hour 23, hour 35. Conveniently, hour 23, nothing unusual despite the whistle. An hour 35 is when he stops recording things. Why is this? Crime scene photo. Do not open. What's this? A little bit of paste left on the back of the seal. It's actually made out of cooked rice. Cooked rice? Really? Yeah, mashed the rice up from dinner to make the glue. Shame. For a stowaway like me, Asogi's leftovers are practically my lifeline. Something as simple as mashed up rice becomes a matter of life and death. I suppose being a stowaway really is hard work. Well, I had some glue on board with me, so please feel free to use it tonight. Yeah, I'll do that. Thank you very much. Did you write this, Naruhodō? The strokes are so heavy. That's to show the heaviness of my heart as I was stuffed into that wardrobe. If I'd been found out, they would have thrown me into the cold winter sea. I'm sure those Russian sailors wouldn't have really done that. Guess not. At most, they would have made you wash dishes in the kitchen until you died. I think that's already pretty horrible in its own right. What do you think is happening there right now? I like how she gives little hints at the bottom. Ring-a-ding-ring, ring-a-ding-ding-ding, ring-a-ding-ding-ding, woo-woo-woo-woo-woo. Ring-a-ding-ding-ding. A ship has been confirmed 500 yards ahead. Will make a sharp turn to avoid collision. All hands prepare for possible impact. What is happening? Sounds as if our ship is about to collide with another one. What? Oh no. I can't keep my balance. Sato, grab onto me. Oh, you alright? Are you injured? No, I'm fine. Thank you, Naruhodō. Looks like we avoided the collision. The ship. Looks like we stopped. Naruhodō, are you hurt at all? No, I'm okay. Hello, is anyone in there? Please respond. That voice. It's Detective Kusunaga. Is that you, Naruhodō? Please undo the bolt, quickly. The bolt? Holy shit! The fucking boat tilted! And this thing slid on its own! It really was unlocked! Until the bolt tilted and slid into place on its own, making it a closed room. Oh my god! That's clever! Couldn't help but think about that as I slowly began cleaning the disheveled room. Okay. Oh, we're gonna call it there. My energy is not particularly holding up very well. There's my Twitter. If you'd like to go there, you'll find what's on the immediate docket. You'll find any schedule changes that I need to make. Even if they're last minute, they'll always be there as long as I can help it. And you'll find live notifications whenever I go live. Yeah, that was a really clever reveal. Not gonna lie. I'm tired. My energy's not holding up. I'm gonna hit the rest time now. But, yeah. Thank you for joining me, everyone. And have a good night. Bye, Alien. And bye, stream!